Earlier, I accidentally fell into the Imperial Garden pond. I heard it was you who jumped into the lake to save me without a second thought. I am your Majesty's personal maid. When Her Majesty fell into the water, I saved her. This is simply my duty. It's over. I'm totally barbecued. How was I just hanging out with my bestie, eating skewers and drinking beers? How come I woke up and I'm the only one left? Where's my bestie?
Ahem.
I'll stay the same no matter what happens. Miss Kai, the celebrity. You're dead. Xian, you really put on the outfit. Hope. You totally looked like a serious palace maid just now. I almost thought I was talking to the wrong person. Not everyone has luck as good as yours. You crossed over straight into becoming an empress. As a maid, of course I have to act normal. It'd be reckless to directly seek out the empress. I'll stay the same no matter what happens. What if the empress is actually a proper one? I'd be doomed. Relax, relax. Since I'm now the empress, you obviously won't be doomed either. From today on, I'll give you an official license to chill. I'll look after you from head to toe, every angle with 0 blind spots. I'll make sure you eat well and live well. Sound good? Absolutely for real. Truer than a pearl. Or maybe I'll gift you countless handsome young guys. Pick any you want, I'll take one with an 8-pack. The kind with lean defined muscles but not too bulky. Older or younger? Younger, fresh meat always works best. But, uncles have their own charm too. How about you send me a few of every type of hottie? I'll pick and arrange accordingly. I'll arrange it for you first thing tomorrow morning. By the way, what dynasty are we in right now? No idea. As soon as I woke up, I heard the empress wanted to see me. I changed clothes and rushed right over. Didn't even have a chance to ask you. No idea. After I woke up from falling into the water, the imperial doctor checked my pulse. Then I got cleaned up and dressed. I was just too busy asking around for you. Didn't have time to ask anything else in detail. But it's fine. I'll get the palace gossip from the workers soon. I'll make sure to dig up everything for you. Crystal clear. Don't worry, there's still plenty of time. Girl, I'm counting on you. By the emperor's decree, the emperor and empress are to be investigated. For harming the imperial heir, the crime is unforgivable. You are to be sent to the cold palace. Reflect on your actions. End of decree. Just crossed over and already in the cold palace. Isn't that a bit too hasty? Please. Eunuch, are you sure there isn't any misunderstanding? Maybe double check. Your Grace, harming the imperial heir is a serious crime. Madame Wan is in a strong position right now. The emperor sparing you your title is already showing you great respect. Did you finish what I told you to do? Replying to your majesty, the empress has already been locked in the cold palace. As for the palace maids from the central palace, aside from a personal attendant named Yao, who went to the cold palace with her, all the others stayed in the central palace, each doing their own duties. Did she say anything before entering the cold palace? When Her Majesty received the decree, she asked me if there might be a misunderstanding, if it should be investigated further. I replied that harming the imperial heir is indeed a serious crime. His Majesty did not revoke your Grace's title, which is already great respect. After I said this, she didn't say anything else. Do you believe the child in Rume's belly was really because of her? I'm with your Majesty nearly all day, serving tea and ink. Even the Emperor doesn't know everything. About the inner palace affairs, how could I possibly know? I'm not blaming you. Forget it. I won't go to Kayomu Hall tonight. Go to Consort Jade's Biu Pavilion instead. Didn't Master say that Lady Wan is in a powerful position right now? Why did the Emperor go to Consort Jade's place tonight? Because the Wan family is strong in the court. She wants to seize the position of Empress. The Emperor is just giving them a warning by freezing her out for a few days. So, according to you, The Empress is being framed by Lady Wan. What if His Majesty asks why you're here in the palace? If you want to last in this job, watch more with your eyes, listen more with your ears, but your mouth must always stay shut. You're new to the palace. To trace the roots of this situation today, we have to go back to the previous dynasty. Back in the old days, His Majesty wasn't among the outstanding princes. He was ostracized and had a tough time moving up. His elder brother Shen Yu was famed for his military achievements. Her Majesty was a legitimate daughter, from a prominent family with striking looks. It was the Shen family's support that helped His Majesty rise to the throne. After the former emperor and king's father passed away, His Majesty became emperor, but he holds a grudge over Shen family's favors. Now, you know how deep this water runs, right? So the emperor doesn't like the empress. From now on, if you get assigned her tasks, feel free to kick her while she's down. Just do it. What do you know? If everyone could really kick her when she's down, why would His Majesty visit Consort Jade tonight? She's already in the cold palace, so why not kick her more? Yeah, the emperor truly doesn't like her, and lets Lady Wan mistreat her. But as long as she's still a Shen, His Majesty won't truly get rid of her. In a few months, she'd be released from the cold palace. He's even more scheming than a lotus root. No wonder he's losing hair. You've been quiet for a while. What are you thinking about? Master, if you get assigned to errands for the Empress, what will you do? Just do it as is in public. Stick to the rules in front of others. But if you can help behind the scenes, as long as it doesn't go against orders, then try to help as much as you can. Understand? Got it. Finish your peanuts and go rest early, so you don't fall asleep on duty tomorrow in front of His Majesty. Master's got amazing eyes. Crazy sharp. Yao. The decree mentioned just me going to the cold palace. You really didn't have to follow. If you'd stayed in the central palace, at least you'd have enough to eat. With all these spiders and mosquitoes in here, without me you'd be scared to death alone. You'd cry yourself to sleep at night. I'm craving hot pot. No hot pot? Sour and spicy noodles will do. Sigh. Yao, are you asleep? No, I'm just hungry. If you're hungry, sing a song, and you won't be hungry anymore. Makes sense. Let me search for one. Up next, please welcome our Cold Palace house singer, Su Yao. Bubbles in the sun are so colorful, just like... What are you trying to say? Yao, sing something else. I think you're just trying to diss me. About promising to get you 4 hot guys before. Do I seem that shallow? Obviously I'm teasing you. Because you promised me good food, and all the spicy treats before. Sigh. Aning, what do you plan to do next? Do you need to follow the old tradition of time travelers and start some palace infighting? Fight for favor and regain your position. To become empress without a strong foundation. Either she has a deep emotional bond with the emperor, or her family has immense influence in the imperial court. My crime is harming the royal family. A single eunuch announced the decree and I was hastily thrown into the cold palace. That pig of a scumbag emperor, he even skipped the part where he questions me face to face. It's highly unlikely we have a deep emotional bond. I'm guessing the original host and he were mostly just a couple for show, the kind without any feelings. Pah, that scumbag. If we don't fight, then we don't fight. Wasting brain cells on such a dog of a man, it's completely not worth it. We'll just live comfortably here in the cold palace. As soon as the rain stops tomorrow, I'll go fix the roof. This constant dripping of the leaks, it's really getting on my nerves. Yeah, and I need to find a way to improve our food. Living off these few cold buns delivered every meal, that's not going to cut it either. It's a pity we're stuck in the cold palace. If we had traveled to somewhere outside the palace, with my skills, I could make sure you had a 3-course meal with soup every day. When I went to fetch water by the well in the backyard today to wipe the window shutters, I found in the weeds next to the well, a large patch of fresh dandelions has grown. Pity we don't have any eggs. That's easy. As soon as the rain stops tomorrow, I'll sneak over the wall and get a couple of eggs back for you. Don't be silly. In this deep palace backyard, where are you going to get eggs from? As the saying goes, money makes the world go round. They're just eggs. Spend a little money and you'll have them. What you're saying sounds surprisingly logical. So, do you have any money? Won't we have money once we sell this? Quick, make a list for me. I'll take this bracelet to trade for supplies early tomorrow morning. Is that legal? Openly, it's probably not legal. But secretly and privately, it should be no problem. In those palace dramas, don't the abandoned concubines in the cold palace all have their maids sell their jewelry for good food? That makes sense. Sigh. Good night, Yao Yao. Good night, Annie. Ali, wait for my good news. Come back soon? Since we're staying in the cold palace long term, we must fix up this little patch of land properly. Sustainable development is the key principle. Xiyao isn't here. It seems I'll have to take matters into my own hands. The mud is slippery. Your Highness, be careful. The cold palace is remote. Why trouble yourself to come here in person? 100-legged insect, dies but never falls. The Empress is indeed down on her luck for now. But as long as her brother, General Shen, is still around, her position as Empress will always be secure. Favor given during times of prosperity, how can it be as precious as help given in times of need? Today she is in trouble. I'll show her a little kindness. And in the future, when she returns to the central palace, she will naturally remember my goodness. Yeah. As long as I can't see you, then I won't count as a C4. Fuke! Someone, help, come quickly. Protect concubine wrong at once. Help, someone come quickly. All right, go fetch a few buckets of water. You. Concubine Rong has been startled. Let's head back to the palace and have the Imperial Hospital take a look. Quickly, help Her Highness onto the sedan chair. Reporting to Her Majesty the Empress, there is a swarm of bees causing chaos outside the cold palace courtyard. We ask Her Majesty to open the door and grant us passage. Everything is fine here. Could you search elsewhere? The roof is actually still broken. The dignified Empress lives in a place like this? Grand Commander Pei, are we still searching the palace? You guys go to the nearby uninhabited cold palace area, take some bricks and tiles, and come back to repair the roof for Her Majesty. So we're not searching anymore. Any objections? No objections. I thought he was kicking me while I'm down, but he actually knows how to help me fix my roof. This guy looks pretty good, and his character is even better. He's a keeper. Thank you. What is your name? And what's your position in the palace? I am Pei Xinchuan, currently serving as the Grand Commander of the Imperial Guard. I was a classmate of Your Majesty's brother. Classmates? So you're brothers. For the sake of being my brother's classmate, can you help me bring some things in from outside the palace? For what? I need wooden boards hemp rope, vegetable seeds, and a hoe. A hoe, a shovel, bamboo poles, pots and pans, firewood, rice, oil, and salt. All right. Can you help me smuggle an old hen in? If you're worried about being caught, a small hen would also be fine. The main thing is it has to be female, the kind that can lay eggs. Black Belle, are you listening? Does your Majesty know that smuggling items from outside into the palace is actually a capital offense punishable by family execution? Especially right in front of me, the Grand Commander of the Imperial Guard who oversees palace patrols. Oh, I see. Sigh. I was just mentioning it casually. Since the consequences are so serious, then let's forget it. However, there are many uninhabited houses in the Imperial Palace. In these courtyards with old bricks and broken tiles, there might be pots and pans, and even in the Jujube Grove. I'll draw a map for you privately later. You can take these things. Doing it quietly isn't a big deal. Grand Commander Pei, you really are a great person. Really? Truly enthusiastic, and you look so handsome. Everything about you is great. Look at this girl. She's much more pleasing to the eye than her brother. Your Majesty, what are you saying? I was just passing by. Yes, yes, yes. Eunuch Chang is here. What would His Majesty like to eat today? A bowl of clear osmanthus and lotus soup. Please wait a moment, Eunuch Chang. There's a thorn.
Huh.
Don't make a sound. My fists and feet don't have eyes. I'm ashamed to say, the reason these moves are so fluid is all thanks to eating ice cream secretly during military training and being forced by the instructor to practice 100 times as punishment, bluffing my way through as best as I can. Isn't this Yao the personal, maid of the Empress? She looks so refined and gentle usually, but she's actually a trained martial artist in private. Sigh. Miss Yao, coming to the Imperial kitchen so early in the morning. Are you looking for the chef inside? To make some pastries specifically for the Empress? Sigh. Her Majesty currently only has this one valuable item left. We're not trading it for those fancy but useless pastries. We just want some cheap salt, rice, flour, and eggs. Could you help me find a way, eunuch? If you encounter matters regarding the Empress, keep it official in public, but help out as much as you can in private. That's easy. Just wait here. All of these are for me? Didn't they say most people in the palace are snobs and insatiably greedy? How can this little eunuch be so honest in his dealings? I am one of the emperor's men. The manager of the imperial kitchen has to give me some face. There's a lot of stuff in here. Check it over carefully after you get back. It's getting late. I should bring the sweet soup to His Majesty now. I'll take my leave now. Hey, you haven't taken the bracelet yet. Forget it. Doing a favor for the Empress. Why would I need a bracelet? Head back to the cold palace. Aning, I'm back.
Aning, hey! I'm back.
Ali. You scared me. I couldn't find you in the front yard just now. I thought someone from the back palace had dragged you off to kneel in a dark room. Not likely, not likely. What are you doing with the mud? Isn't that place missing an oven? I was thinking of using an old felt sock to build an earth kiln. Let me tell you about the kiln. Today. Wait, you scared off a concubine with a beehive. Aling, that's truly you. It was just a coincidence. What about you, tough mother hen? Got lucky and ran into a young eunuch in the imperial kitchen? He was pretty loyal. He brought a whole sack of stuff but hasn't handed it over yet. Let's open it together and see what's inside. Yao Yao, nice one. Yao, are you sure he's just a little eunuch? Happiness came out of nowhere. If I see that helpful guy again, I have to invite him for a meal. No idea. Of course. Shen Yu, oh Shen Yu. If your sister gets in trouble, I'm the one who has to cover her. When Shen Nian sees all this good food, she'd probably be super touched. Aling, these roasted bee larvae are seriously crispy. One word, amazing. Actually, bee larvae taste even better deep fried with a sprinkle of chili powder. Durian's done. I think I'm ready to make pebble fried eggs. Is the temperature good? Totally good. Wait here, I'll go grab a couple bowls. Whoa, that scared me. Dear assassin, I recommend you try that way for the assassination. It's me. Late at night. Why did Commander Pei come to the cold palace in night gear? This is the chief of security. Pei Xingchuan can't just mooch a meal here. There's only one egg. It's not enough for Yao Yao and me. No extra to give you. Why did I help you fix the roof during the day? I didn't even expose you for stealing the beehive. There's only one egg. It's not enough for Yao Yao and me. No extra to give you. I'm not freeloading. I'll trade you pastries and a cold palace map. Deal? Deal. Yo, grab a bowl. I'm all set here. Let's dig in. Let's eat. Tastes pretty good. Just not enough. Next time, I'll bring you to a basket of eggs. Didn't you say during the day that bringing stuff in from outside the palace is a crime punishable by confiscation? Only if you get caught. With my skills, it's not easy for me to get caught. So you're quite the expert, huh? In all of Duan Dynasty, I rank second. Nobody dares to claim first except my brother. Tomorrow when you bring the eggs, could you bring a pot as well? Nope. Carrying a basket of eggs already messes up my expert vibe. And you want me to carry a pot? No way. With a pot, I could make even more delicious food, HMPH. Like this. What other good stuff is there in the capital that you haven't eaten with me yet? Squirrel fish Guangdong pork, bullfrog fish head, cold pot skewers, spicy hot pot. Stop, please. I'm going to get hungry again soon. Wait, are you really Shenlin? Oops, we got too carried away talking. My cover's blown. Absolutely real. A proper queen who can cook. Your face truly isn't disguised. But this is just bizarre. Before I was sent to the cold palace, I accidentally fell into the water. Lost all my old memories. And got a bunch of new stuff in my head. I get it now. Sounds like you've got soul loss syndrome. Soul loss syndrome? Young master. When I was young, I cleaned the studies at an academy and found a book called Bujin Wonder Compendium. It said ordinary people, under intense stimulation, might temporarily lose their memories, even gain new memories, and their personality could totally change. Yeah, that's right. It's late. Time for me to head home and sleep. If I actually managed to bring you an iron pot, would you really make all that stuff and let me see? Yes, absolutely. So you better try your best. My stepping the moon without a trace skills are awesome, right? Who's up there now? There's an assassin. Whoa, Do you think he'll get caught by his own people? No way. Didn't he say he's ranked second in martial arts? Yeah, do you think besides us, there might be other time travelers around? Don't know, wuxia dramas are my thing. Turns out people in this world really can fly. If only the one who could fly was me. Where is His Majesty resting tonight? In response to your grace, His Majesty is spending the night at Yangguangjai with concubine Rong. Ever since Shen Lin was demoted to the Cold Palace, His Majesty hasn't come to see me even once. At this door, it's so quiet. It's like that affection was just a dream. Do you think His Majesty already knows I faked my pregnancy? Don't worry, Your Grace. The Wanja clan always operates flawlessly. His Majesty won't know. So, why doesn't he come then? Concubine Rong accidentally got stung by bees today. So His Majesty is probably concerned about her injury. And that's why he's resting at Yangguangjai. No need to worry about this, Your Grace. Think about it another way. If His Majesty really knew you faked your pregnancy and embezzled the Queen's title, wouldn't he still pretend not to notice? Just like he demoted the Shen clan to the Cold Palace? Although the official removal hasn't been issued yet. By the way he treats her, the Queen's position is pretty much just for show now. As long as we can successfully pull Shen clan down from the Queen's seat, this temporary loss of favor doesn't mean anything. At worst, we just need to use some methods to win it back. As for His Majesty, Your Grace, don't forget why you originally entered the palace. What were you seeking? What am I seeking?
His Majesty's former favor in these days of neglect.
Make me anxious, almost lost. Nearly lost my way. From the beginning, I entered the palace just for the Queen's seat. From the start, I aimed to use His Majesty's affection to climb up. How could I be foolish enough to become attached to something so intangible? Here he comes. Help me get ready. Take a nap. Get refreshed. Tomorrow I'll dress up carefully. If His Majesty still doesn't come to Keolu Hall, I'll personally bring ginseng soup to him. Even Shen Lin wasn't my match. How could mere concubine Rong compete with me? Since Pei Xingchuan broke into the palace half a month ago, the guards outside have switched to 2 shifts. For more than half a month, we haven't seen him at all. Yeah, but thankfully the Cold Palace map he left works great. And with the seeds and shovels sent by eunuch Chengshen, we finally got things pretty comfy in the Cold Palace. Are you sure you want to sneak out with me today? Yeah, chores at home are just about done. Plus, you said there's a cherry tree in the Cold Palace, and the fruit is ripe already. Let's go pick some, bring them back and make cherry sticky rice chicken and such. Add some variety to our afternoon tea. This pizza tastes pretty good. The only downside is that it lacks a bit of soul. Oh my god, this Cold Palace doesn't even have a single dairy cow. Where am I supposed to get you a soul? Aling, after we finish picking cherries today, if there's still time, can we go dig up some bamboo shoots together? Yao, you're not planning to have me make lucifin for you here in this Cold Palace, are you? Girl, look at me. Do I look like someone who just got out of poverty and is already being picky about food? It's not that you look like it. You totally are. Come on, seriously? Then tell me, what do you want bamboo shoots for? Alright, I admit I really am craving lucifin. Just say if you're going to make it or not. It's way too much trouble. Nope, not making it. Girl, do you not love me anymore? I just can't love anymore, girl. Aling, that's enough now. But let me say first, I can't promise I can actually make it. Love you, MUA.
Hey, Ali.
Looks like there's someone under the cherry tree in the courtyard. Someone? Do I need to hide? Don't panic when something happens. You've been banished to the Cold Palace. And this is the Cold Palace too. No matter where you go, it's all the Cold Palace. What's there to hide from? Mother, why are you here?
Aning.
Aning your child, greet you. Mother, didn't you say it was just a new marriage? So why is there a child? Even if there is a child, why does this kid look like a beggar in the palace? So down and out. Yikes, yikes. Tease. What are you even doing? So you really did run out to this courtyard again? Get over here, right now. Which palace maid are you from? Daring to tell the prince to get over here. Pretty bold, huh? A child of a servant dare call himself prince? And you, the empress herself. This place is remote and cold. So unless it's something important, it's best for the empress to come here less often. How dare you? The empress can stay wherever she pleases. It's none of a dog servant's business to ask questions. You've already been stuck in the cold palace for days, yet still acting all high and mighty like the empress. Honestly, a fallen phoenix is worse off than a chicken. Well said, a fallen phoenix is worse than a chicken. I'd like to see. If today I beat this old hen to death, if anyone dares say a word against this phoenix. Big sister Yao Yao used to speak so softly and gently. How did she get this fierce? This old slave failed to recognize greatness. Please forgive me, Your Majesty. How old are you? Mother, I'm 4 years old this year. Did I bully you a lot before? Then why are you so afraid of me? If I said stop before, that meant stop. And now suddenly acting like this today. I really don't know who you're pretending for. Did I say you could speak? Get lost now. Or do you want to stay and keep getting beaten? Oh my God. Acting tough and scary, bullying people and all, really tires me out as a heroine. It's not like I eat children. You don't have to be this scared of me. Eat slowly. No one's going to fight you for it. Have you always been going hungry? I used to have enough to eat. When did you start not getting enough to eat? Half a year ago, after you ordered me not to go greet the empress anymore. That can't be. He's still a prince. How did things get this bad? What about your mother? She died. And your father? According to Grandma Kong, he already forgot about me a long time ago. What a worthless man. Emperors only care about making babies, not raising them, huh? We're about done picking cherries. Can we go dig up bamboo shoots now? I'll be leaving now. Bye, kiddo. Mother? Is there something else? Back then, did I do something wrong? What mistakes could you possibly make at your age? Then why did you abandon me back then? Sai, if you want to raise her, just do it. But you need to think it through. Raising a child isn't the same as having a bestie. Are you sure you want to take her home? From now on, you'll be responsible for her entire future. You not only have to teach her to read, write, and behave. You also have to teach her the multiplication table. Wait, why does she need to learn the multiplication table? Isn't it just so she can experience the pain again? Back when we were in school, the terror mathematics brought upon us. Then why not let me teach her English instead? You just don't get it. There's not even an outsider in this little courtyard. What's the point of learning English here? At least we can recite the multiplication table by heart. How many English words can you write from memory? Aren't you aware of your own limits? Hey, little one, don't cry. Would you like to go home with big sister? It's not that I don't want you. It's just that now, I'm no longer the empress of high status and power I was 6 months ago. Now I live in the cold palace. Life is tight and difficult. There's not much of a future for you to stay with me. As long as mother doesn't abandon me again, that's fine. All right, then come with me. From now on, stop calling me mother. Just call me pretty sister. Be good, let me hear you say it. Pretty sister. Yeah, I feel so much younger right now. Let me call you pretty sister too. If anyone bullies you from now on, I'll beat them up for you. Pretty sister. I can't take it anymore, Aning. This lucky. Erda is such a sweetheart. I strongly request. I must be her godmother. Mother. What's a godmother? Being a godmother means that starting today, you'll have two pretty sisters to be your mom. Surprised or not? Expecting this or not? Are you happy? Happy little one? What's your name? Liu Qi. Which Qi is that? That's not a great name. Anayan, let's give her a new name. Let me think. From now on, you'll be Su Zhao. The Shao as in rising sun. Honestly, why not surname Shen? Shen Zhao works too. Anyway, since you're our precious little one, the family name doesn't matter. So it's settled then. How odd, this place is supposed to be the cold palace. Why is there a swing set in the courtyard? And why are there flowers and trees around the walls? What are those square things? Woven from bamboo beside the table? Go find something to play with for a while. After I finish heating the water, you can come to the backyard for a bath. The hot water's ready. Come here quickly. Ah. My goodness, this kid has layers of grime when you scrub her. Even the clothes have layers of dirt after washing. Mother, what is this? This is called soapberry. It's all natural soap. It's amazing at cleaning. It's okay if you don't understand. You're still young. Soon you'll know what soap is. And probably memorize the multiplication table, thanks to Su Yao's efforts. Ah. Mother, I was just being naughty. I got hurt falling from a tree while picking dates. It doesn't hurt anymore. Be good. I'll protect you from now on. I won't let anyone bully you again. It's getting hotter every summer. Your Majesty, would you like a bowl of iced cream pudding to cool down? Your Majesty, a message just came from Granny Kong, who serves the third prince. She said that the third prince has been taken to the cold palace by Her Majesty the Empress. What do you think the Empress is planning? Her Majesty has been staying in the cold palace for half a month. The cold palace is such a lonely place. With the child at her side, life must be a bit less dull. With her silent and reserved nature, I can't believe there would come a day when even she'd find it boring. But that's just my humble opinion. What do you think, Your Majesty? Shall I send someone to bring the third prince out of the cold palace? Let him be. Eunuch Chang, wait a moment. That little bag of weird-tasting peanuts you gave me before. Do you have any left? Alas, that's all I ever got. Plus my master also likes them. After sharing half a bag with you, the rest I used to show my respect to him. Oh dear, my good friend. The day I brought that bag of peanuts home, I meant to keep it as a snack with my wine. But just as I started eating, Chief Eunuch Zhang of the household department walked in. I figured I'd do him a favor, so I gave him the entire bag of peanuts. Everything was handed over to him. Who would have thought? Today he came to ask me for more on behalf of Eunuch Zhang. How could I dare refuse? I thought maybe the Imperial Kitchen could help me out, so I agreed reluctantly. But turns out today, after asking around, none of the chefs in the Imperial Kitchen have even heard of those peanuts. Do me a favor and see if you can find a way to get me a few more bags, please. This won't be easy. To be honest with you, those came from over at the Cold Palace, from Lady Zhao Yao who serves the Empress. Well, that's just great. The Cold Palace is such an unlucky place. Nothing's easy to get from there. Now my future is doomed. Sigh. All right, enough for now. Stop acting like the sky is falling. I can't promise. I'll definitely get more of those for you. I'll just take the money you gave me and go ask Miss Zhao Yu in the Cold Palace. Bro, how long will it take, roughly? I'll go tonight. Fine. I'm counting on you then. Please tell Miss Jiao this for me. As long as she's willing to help this time, no matter what the Empress needs in the Cold Palace, I'll always try my best to help. She's asleep. Who fell asleep? Huh? Ow, 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 ow! Because of a single iron pot, my reputation as the second best martial artist on Indian Island is in shambles now. For a while, security was way too tight in the Imperial City. There were patrols everywhere every night. It took half a month for the patrols to switch from 3 shifts to just 2 shifts. So I immediately grabbed the iron pot and came to keep my promise. How's that for loyalty? If I remember correctly, recently, the reason security in the Imperial City was so strict was because someone was a bit too high profile.
Ahem.
Miss Xiaoyao, are you asleep? Changshan, doesn't he usually work near the Imperial kitchen? What's he doing here at the Cold Palace? Honestly, it was weird enough that the deposed Empress Shen Lin knew how to cook. And her maid is even stranger than she is. Proper palace maid. How could a proper palace maid climb walls so skillfully? Chief Chung, is there something you need to discuss with me? Here's the situation. If a Kwang continues training over there, actually, I'd like to spend some money here as well, to buy some of those oddly flavored peanuts. I don't have the authority to make that decision. These are made by Her Majesty, the Empress. Whether they can be sold depends on her approval. Her Majesty, the Empress. If you want, you can go inside and ask her directly. Commander-in-Chief, would you mind using your unmatched agility to bring someone inside? Come, let's go. Sitting at the same table with Her Majesty, the Empress of Daduan Dynasty, drinking chrysanthemum tea. This tea was personally brewed by Her Majesty. It's kind of strange for such things to happen to a mere junior eunuch like me. It really is a bit odd. Brother Changshao has helped me and Yao Yao so many times before. Logically, I shouldn't refuse your request. But the peanuts I made a while ago have already been given away. I don't have any ingredients on hand in the courtyard right now. That's easy to fix. If you need any ingredients, just make a list, and I'll have someone send them to you later. All right. Actually, besides those strange peanuts, I also have other good stuff in the palace. Whenever there's a chance, I'll let Brother Chang try them too. There's more. Of course I have to try them. All right. This bag is from a Kwang. The other one is mine. Brother Chang has helped me and Yao Yao so much before. What I have here is nothing special. No need for money. If Her Majesty ever needs anything, Chang San will always be ready to serve. No need to always be at your service. But if something like a Kwang situation happens again, would you be willing to help run errands? Just bring money to the Cold Palace to find me. Whether you help or not, Your Majesty, you're too polite. I never thought these strange things of yours would be so popular in the palace. If I come to your courtyard for meals in the future, should I prepare money then? No, business is business, and friends are friends. You went to school with my brother, so just eat. What money?
Eat.
It feels a bit embarrassing. Makes it look like I can't afford it. If you really feel bad, teach me some martial arts after dinner. Why should a girl learn martial arts? Besides, at your age, training in martial arts will be tough. It's really hard. He just wants to eat for free. not teaching me martial arts. Then I won't get any meals. Even if you have money, I won't sell. How can you change your mind so quickly, girl? All right, fine, fine. But let's be clear up front. If you give up later, it's not my fault.
Thanks.
If master threatens to not let me eat, then don't blame me for tripling the homework we had to do at one academy. I'll triple the workload to teach you. 3 days max. This girl will definitely cry and refuse to learn. Morning. You're awake, Zezao. Breakfast is on the table. Go eat by yourself. Ali, how many laps do I have left? You finished 15 laps. 15 laps left. Come on, Yao Yao, you got this. You've already done half. The dawn of revolution is right ahead. Keep going, persistence is victory. Charge, mother. What is the dawn of revolution? That's the name of a kind of potato chip. See, aren't dawn chips big? Mother, what are potato chips? Potato chips, they're a kind of snack. Simply put, when your sister Yao Yao is hungry, but still has to run, she thinks about what she eat for dinner, so she tempts herself with snacks. Hang in there, finish running, and you get potato chips. Zeza, you're already 4 years old this year. Do you want to study with mother? Mother, are you going to teach me yourself? Do you want to learn? Of course I do. What will mother teach me? Ali's multiplication table. Think about it, mother. What is a multiplication table? It's a math rhyme. Do you want to learn? If it's mother teaching, I want to learn anything. Brother, what is Her Majesty doing? It looks like she's teaching the third prince a nursery rhyme. Have you heard this nursery rhyme before? No, it sounds strange. Makes me sleepy.
Exactly.
Little guy, how's your multiplication table coming along? I've memorized it all. How is that impossible? This is unscientific. How can Zhao Zhao be so impressive? He actually memorized everything so quickly. If mother doesn't believe it, you can test me. Assume a bag of peanuts sells for 3 copper coins. If we sell all of these, it's 12 copper coins. Assume a bag of peanuts sells for 5 copper coins. How much would these sell for? 45 copper coins. Sister Xiaoyao. If one bag only sells for 5 copper coins, wouldn't that be too cheap? I suspect you've picked up a freak, and evidence is solid. Mother, what does genius mean? A freak means someone who is smart and amazing. Mother can make so many delicious things. Mother is a real freak. Yes. That's right. That's exactly how the word is used. Oh, honey. My foot is stuck in the mud and I can't pull it out. Sister Xiaoyao, I'll help you. This is bad. The idea is beautiful, but reality is cruel. Even though these things are delicious, with just the 3 of us, there's no way to achieve mass production. Sai, we've only gathered this much after a whole afternoon. Eining, it seems the cold palace isn't suitable for selling crawfish. Yeah, Sai. Look on the bright side of everything. Even though we can't sell these, we can still eat them. How about for tonight's late night snack? We have salted egg yolk crawfish. Mother, you're such a genius. You'll definitely think of another way. I know. Let's go. Let's go home and I'll make salted egg yolk crawfish for you too. Bring a basin over. Oh, what are you making? It smells so good. Shen Lin, where did you pick up such an ugly brat? He's just skin and bones like a skinny monkey. Patient Chuan, if you want a free meal, I suggest you get your claws off my darling's face. When you wanted to learn martial arts, it was all master this and master that. I just started teaching you, and on the very first day, you're calling me by my full name. Young lady, do you have any idea what it means to respect your teacher? Zoza, don't be afraid. This guy just looks mean. He doesn't actually eat children. Mother, who is this weird uncle? Who is just a one-time failure? Hey! What do you mean by just a one-time failure? Miss Xiaoyao, may I ask, for the task I gave you this morning, at which lap did you give up? I finished them all. See? I told you so. When it comes to martial arts, how could a girl like you handle it? Nothing is impossible in this world, as long as you're willing to give. What did you just say? I said I finished the run. Did you take the iron sandbags I brought this morning and tie them to your legs? I tied them to both my arms and legs. You really finished the whole run? If you don't believe me, you can ask Amy. I counted for her. Zhao Zhao can also testify. Is this even reasonable? I just came up with those 30 laps on the spot. So, is it hard to finish 30 laps with weights? Could it be that I'm actually a 1 in a million martial arts prodigy? Cough, how is that possible? You're overthinking it. It's just 30 laps. Back when I was studying at One Academy, everyone around me could do that. Yo, he's getting defensive. He's defensive. I seriously suspect that maybe he can't even finish 30 laps himself. PH, are you kidding me? I'm so skilled. How could I not finish a mere 30 laps with weights? It's only been one day. Do you know the most important thing for a martial artist to remember? A martial artist must remember that patience makes one invincible. If I had Qinggong, I'd leap over walls and walk on roofs. Quickly use the nunchucks. Hi. What are you saying? Sorry, never mind. What should a martial artist remember? Master, please continue. Naturally, it is perseverance. Willpower. Understand? A single day is nothing. What is there to be proud of? Can you stick to running 30 laps with weights every day for a month? Fine. Miss Xiaoyao. Your Majesty. Are you there? Your Majesty, what is this? A late-night snack I just made. Salted egg yolk crawfish. You two come. Since you're both here, let's have some together. Come, sit. This is Akuan, the one Chang Shaguo mentioned. Shaguo, give him the things he wanted. Thank you, Your Majesty. One originally planned to sell these in the palace. Right. Akuan, Shaguo. If you want more in the future, just bring money to the cold palace to find me. This is good stuff. How much do you plan to sell it for, Your Majesty? 20 copper coins a bag. Brother Akuan, do you think? The price I set is a bit high. The price isn't expensive. In the palace, if something is good, there's no reason to sell it cheap. It's just, you and I are eating at the same table now, which makes us friends, right? Since we're friends. If Brother Akuan has something to say, just say it. Since Your Majesty treats Akuan as a friend, then Akuan will give Your Majesty a heads up. It's a good product, and it's fine if Your Majesty wants to sell it. But has Your Majesty considered? What if the cold palace becomes crowded because of this, drawing a large crowd? If it alerts the emperor, it will inevitably lead to a lot of suspicion. If he hadn't mentioned it, I would have almost forgotten there's an emperor in this palace. Akuan has taken the liberty of thinking of a way for Your Majesty. Oh, let's hear it. Your Majesty, no matter how much you have, I will buy it all at 20 copper coins a bag. As for how this is priced in the palace, or who it's sold to, it will have nothing to do with Your Majesty. How does that sound? What are they talking about? I don't understand. Oh boy, I haven't had such satisfying crawfish in a long time. I need to eat a few more. The moon tonight is big and round. Aylin, don't you think? It looks a bit like a scallion pancake hanging in the sky. We are, after all, time travelers who have gone through 9 years of compulsory education. In a scene like this, we should say something like, as the bright moon rises o'er the sea. From far away we share this moment to suit the mood, right? Be honest. Do you want to eat scallion pancakes tomorrow morning? Eining, you know me best. The workload lately has been too much. I strongly request to have 2. Why did you take out our piggy bank? Naturally, it's to be with you under the moon, to talk about poetry and life's ideals. Speak human, Eining. These past few days you've been entirely focused on making money. But do you have any new plans for the future? Let me guess. Did you get the idea of earning merit? Because of Zhao Zhao, for people like us who are stuck here, Zhao Zhao is still young. He shouldn't waste the rest of his life in this cold palace. Yao Yao, do you think leaving the palace is a good idea? Li Gong, your idea is certainly great. First, the 2 of us will make a fortune here in the palace. Then we'll buy a luxury cruise ship or an RV. We'll roam the world together. Travel the world. Come on, this is the Duan dynasty. Where am I supposed to find a cruise ship or an RV for you here? A wooden boat or a carriage will do too. Transportation isn't the point. The point is to wander the world and travel everywhere. And then we'll go to a beautiful place with mountains and rivers. Buy a villa. Retire and enjoy our golden years. Hey, did you forget something? My current identity is the Empress of the Duan dynasty. Anyway, you 2 just got married. Just divorce him. Dump the emperor. Aren't you worried about hurting his pride? What if he sends people to hunt us down out of anger? I'm not scared of that at all. Your best friend is going to be a martial arts master. When the time is right, you go ahead and divorce boldly. If that scumbag dares send assassins after you, I'll cut down anyone who comes. If 2 come, I'll take out them both. Yao, you're absolutely right. Let's not overthink this. From today on, I'll focus on making money. And you focus on your martial arts training. Once your piggy bank is full, then we'll plan having a kid and making our mark. That's more like it. All right, Ainin. You and Aquan were chatting so enthusiastically just now. Besides those weird tasting peanuts, have you thought about buying anything else? Anything else you want to try? I haven't really figured it out yet. But the workers in the palace often stand guard late at night. They're usually pretty hungry then. If I could come up with a cheap, convenient, quick, and tasty food, I'm sure it would sell even better than those weird peanuts. Lin, how about considering instant noodles? I'll give it a try. It's late at night. Let me try it out. Why are you busying yourself in the middle of the night? Wait in a couple of days. Turn those 200 packs of weird peanut rice over to Aquan for now. Let him restock ingredients for our yard. You can keep experimenting later. Get some sleep. Aquan bro, how could I let you trouble yourself with something so small? I'll do it. Aquan, I heard you were the one handling this stuff. Help a brother out. How about 2 packs? Already sold out a few days ago. I really don't have any left on hand now. All the pre-orders are lined up for 3 months from now. I figured this would be a hit, but I never expected 200 packs to sell out in one day. I'm just a newbie here in the palace, and because of personal favors, I agreed to a bunch of advance orders. Now the hunger marketing strategy backfired. Can't you figure out a way to get more? I'd love to make more, but the Empress clearly said, only 200 packs per month. If you want more, you'll have to wait till next month. That's the Empress we're talking about. Would I dare hold a knife to her throat to hurry her up? Hi Kwan, public security. Kwan, come to my room later tonight. Chief Hai is looking for you. Kwan, you're going big time. A big shot like Chief Hai. Doesn't even remember my name. Big time? My ass. If Chief Hai is looking for me, it's definitely about those weird peanuts. Foxy disaster is here. This stuff is too hot right now. It's basically a death warrant. Alright, tell me. What's with this palace's latest craze the past few days? What exactly is going on? Chief Hai, I promised that esteemed person. I couldn't say… Working for the inner court. You should know. Smuggling goods into the palace and selling them privately is a serious crime. It could wipe out your family and cost you your head. So, are you choosing loyalty or your head? If this was really a beheading level offense, you wouldn't be meeting me secretly in the inner court like this. Kwan's been under your protection ever since joining the inner court. Always looked after by you, Chief Hai. I've always been grateful for that. So please accept this small token of appreciation. A token of respect for you, Chief Hai. PH, do you think I'm jealous of your business and just want a cut of your profits? Ever since I joined the inner court, I've been working under Chief Hai. He's guided me every step of the way. No matter how Chief Hai sees me, in my heart, I've always considered you my master. If a disciple earns money, buying tea for the master is only right. That's only proper, isn't it? We entered the palace together back then. Now old Xiaoxi has someone to care for him in his old age. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't jealous. But people can be cold-hearted. Some disciples are just too stupid. Hard to teach them anything. If they're too smart, you worry they're not sincere. But this little eunuch Kwan here seems clever enough. His words really hit home. You kid. I'm a bit thirsty. Go fetch me a bowl of tea. You're really not going to tell me? Chief Hai, I promised. I've had plenty of this tea already. What do you call me? Master. Alright, tell your master. Where did this stuff really come from? Did you really think I'd take you on as a disciple? Just to steal your business away by asking where this stuff comes from? Don't you know these peanuts are the talk of the palace now? But no one knows where they came from? If the higher-ups ask about it later, and you can't give a clear answer, no one in the inner court will be able to save you. You'd put everyone's neck on the line. As for where these came from, I can tell you, Master. But only if you promise never to tell anyone else. This disciple is clever but lacks vision, sadly. Making such a big deal over a few bags of peanuts. Acting all secretive. Even making me swear an oath. These peanuts. Your disciple got them from the Empress in the cold palace. What? Not lying to you. They really came from the Empress. Stop selling the stuff. Don't sell it anymore starting today. I'm afraid that's not possible. I've been limiting the supply per Her Majesty's request. Who would have thought it would be this popular? Quite a few people who didn't get any paid me in advance. Orders are already booked up for the next 3 months. You, honestly, matters between nobles are not something us servants can just get involved in, right? Not only did I get involved, I even sat at the same table with the Empress, eating crayfish. Master, I fully explained everything to you. I'm your disciple now. If anything does happen in the future, you wouldn't just sit back and watch me in trouble, right? Right now, I just want to spit out that cup of tea I just drank, then kick you out of the Imperial Household Department. Hearing you say that means you wouldn't just leave me hanging. So, tell me, what's the Empress's intention with all this? The Empress has been demoted to the Cold Palace. Although she still keeps her title, her monthly allowance has been suspended. The Empress started working on this thing, originally to make 2,000 taels of silver herself. But then she thought about it. If the Cold Palace suddenly became crowded because of this, it might make His Majesty suspicious. So, as it happened, she asked me to handle the business for her. So, according to you, everything you're doing is on the Empress's orders? Exactly, yes. Since this isn't something from outside the palace, if the higher-ups ask about it, it's really not a crime. When you have time, go ask the Empress personally. If she's just too lazy to handle it herself, and that's why she let you sell it. Then if the higher-ups ask later, you just need to say you were working for her. Naturally, the Imperial Household Department will be in the clear. If she doesn't want His Majesty to know that she's the one who made these things, then discuss it with her and find someone trustworthy so the Empress can hand over the recipe to be made by someone within the palace. If His Majesty investigates, it'll have nothing to do with the Empress. But this recipe that the Empress worked so hard to develop, would she really hand it over so easily? What does the Empress need the most right now? Money. If you deliver the money to the Empress every month on time, she agree. So, Master, who do you think is suitable to learn this? Well, this should be decided after you've discussed it with the Empress. Only then can a decision be made. Keep in mind, it's not just about who you trust. The most important thing is whether the Empress trusts them, right? Understood, Master. Thank you for your guidance. I'll remember it well. From now on, any money I earn will be dutifully paid to you, Master. You sweet talker. Would I really care about that little bit of money you make? Just wait, I'm going to go brag to Zhao Shi about what a filial disciple I have. Mother, someone is here to see you.
Hey,
Yao, Yao.
hey.
Maybe my move wasn't strong enough to get their attention. Why didn't I suddenly get transported into the courtyard? Could I have remembered the code wrong? If I'd known, I would have brought Chang-san with me. Are you looking for my mother? Yeah, that's right. My mother and sister Yao Yao have both been busy lately. If you really need to see her, you'll have to find your own way over the wall. I clearly remember coming to the Cold Palace a few days ago and getting in swoosh, just like that.
Hey,
Need a hand from us guys. That would really be great. Thanks. Bro, what's up with your foot? Oh, don't get me started. That little demon girl in there was shaky at first. All talk and no skill. But who would have guessed she's getting better every day, and now getting stronger too. I sparred with her this morning, let my guard down for a moment, and twisted my ankle when blocking her attack. Looks like guarding the Cold Palace isn't easy work, huh? Honestly, all of us were reluctant to get involved at first. But the Empress said, anyone who would spar with the little demon girl could get a free meal in the Cold Palace. Thanks, bro! Anyone who can come here to the Cold Palace is part of the Empress's own group. No need to be so polite with us. All right, let's go. Bring over pen, ink, paper, and inkstone. If you still can't learn it even with the recipe, then have that person come here to the courtyard, and I'll personally teach them for a couple days. Your Majesty, the Empress, your vision. No wonder you're destined to make big money. Who do you think should be in charge of the recipe, Your Majesty? Yao, what do you think about the recipe? Tongsun Zanuck is in the courtyard. There are only 3 people in total. Who do you think is suitable? Hey, Pei Xingfuan, how's my peanut frying form? Am I cool or what? Pei, the head commander, is the eldest grandson of one of the 4 noble families, the Pei family. His family is loaded. Silver is no problem, yet he still came to work as a royal guard. His dad got annoyed at all his troublemaking. If he wasn't bullying the Minister of Revenue's son, he was hitting the Minister of Right's grandson. So his father asked His Majesty for this job for him, to tame his temper and keep him from causing trouble for others. No wonder he doesn't look like a real commander. So in private, he's actually a rich kid causing chaos everywhere. Gotta admit, not charging him for meals here in the Cold Palace was kind of rash. Convincing Chang Shaguo, I'll leave that to you. There's one other thing I'd like to discuss with Your Majesty. This thing is really popular in the palace now. Those 200 packs you gave me last time sold out in less than a day. Now, because I needed to do some favors, I've already got a pile of pre-orders lined up. If supply can't keep up with demand, just increase production. After all, the recipe is already out of my hands. From now on, the one standing by the pot frying peanuts won't be me. Not a big deal. But didn't Your Majesty say before that we should only supply 200 packs per month? Crop growing depends on local conditions, and running a business depends on the situation. If too few people buy, wasting product is no good, but if too many want it, selling too little will upset people. How much to make and sell each month should be decided based on the market. Besides that, if one person's output can't meet demand, you can split the recipe into parts and have different people make different steps. That way you'll save time and can scale up production. What? Her Majesty wants you to give the recipe to me. Keep your voice down. The palace price for this is 35 copper coins. Her Majesty gets 20. After the costs are subtracted, we split the rest 50-50. Deal? Give me a straight answer. I can definitely learn from you. It's just that the making process is way too complicated. I have to stand guard at the Imperial study during the day, so only at night. Her Majesty even helped come up with a way. What way? She means that the recipe can be split up and given to different people to do, but she didn't explain the details clearly and I didn't get it. I understand now. We can mix the ingredients in advance, then find someone to handle the stirring, and pick someone to stay by the pot, responsible for controlling the oil temperature and double frying. Finally, get a few more people for weighing and packaging. I see. Then I'll leave finding the people to you. Why me? Your master is the chief eunuch of the palace. Besides serving His Majesty's daily needs, he's also in charge of personnel assignments for the eunuchs. You're his apprentice. Asking him for a few people to help out shouldn't be hard. Are you sure I can discuss this with my master? It's not a big deal. This idea was originally suggested by my master. Wait, since when did you have a master? Yesterday. Who is your master? Eunuch Hai, the chief of the Imperial Household Department. Since Lord Hai is involved in this too, then I'll go find my master. I'll ask him for a few people to use. For Lord Hai's sake, my master probably won't call me stupid while flicking me on the forehead. All right, I understand. I'll go ask my master after my shift. Go now. Is it that urgent? Is it right not to be proactive when it comes to making money? I'm suffocating under the pressure of pre-orders. I wish I could conjure up a bunch of multi-flavored peanuts right this second. Then come with me, traveler. Dafu the rat, what treasure have you come across? This time? Look at the wrinkles on your face. You're smiling like a blooming flower. I said we both have one foot in the grave. Why can't you fix that old habit of calling people nicknames? The dignified chief of the household department has the nickname Dafu the rat. If this spreads among the eunuchs, how am I supposed to save face? What's wrong with saying it in private? There's no one else in this room. Tell me, what treasure did you actually find that made you this happy? I've taken an apprentice. See, my apprentice gave me this out of respect. It's for buying tea. Oh, which palace does he serve in? What's his name? Dafu the rat. Someone as afraid of trouble as you actually took an apprentice? Is master asleep? Come in. Hey, master. Why are you here too? Master, so your apprentice is this kid. I actually remember him. He entered the palace in the same batch as my apprentice. Slick and clever. For some reason, I can vaguely see the shadows of Fu the rat and myself from back then. In these two. Master, assigning a few people to help you out is not a big problem. But since you want my help with this, you have to tell me the source of this recipe. This is a specialty from my hometown. You little brat. The youngsters might not know, but the veterans in the palace know very well. The reason Zhao Shi took Chang San as his apprentice is mainly because Chang San and Zhao Shi are from the same town. You're using a specialty to deceive your fellow townsmen, master? So it turns out I'm the only one in the room who doesn't know what's going on? Dafu the rat, tell me, what's this about? I told you not to call me by my nickname in front of the juniors. You never learn. For Joy Meatball, go wait outside for a bit. Don't come in without my order. Yes. Okay. What did you just call me in front of my apprentice? For Joy Dumpling. You called me Dafu the rat in front of my apprentice first. Now, be honest, where exactly did this thing come from? What did you get from the Empress? What Empress? Have you lived in the palace half your life for nothing? The juniors are being foolish. It's one thing that you didn't stop them, but you're actually joining in the nonsense too. Is the business of the nobility something we can easily meddle in? If this catches His Majesty's attention, and the higher-ups order an investigation, how many heads do you have to lose? What your master said to my master is exactly what my master said to me. Are these two really that in sync? The dialogue is just copy-pasted, isn't it? My apprentice. Your apprentice is involved too. What about it? If you're so capable, go report it to His Majesty. Or else return this recipe to the Empress. Don't you try to provoke me. Reporting my own friend and apprentice to His Majesty? That would be absolutely insane. Returning the recipe to the Empress? How is that any different from cutting off someone's livelihood? Shen Yu will return to the capital soon. Once the Shen family army enters the city, His Majesty will definitely order the Empress to move back to the central palace. At that time, getting rid of a servant will be as easy as crushing an ant. Sigh. Since there's no other choice, sigh. You two eavesdropping at the door, get in here and explain this to me right now. So you've been secretly sending things to the lady in the cold palace since the beginning? Wasn't it my master who taught me? When no one is looking, help out as much as you can. And this help? It's ended up involving my very life, along with it. I really want to change apprentices. I thought choosing an honest one would be safer. Safe my foot. He dragged me into this without a word, and then stabbed me in the back at the end. Our Majesty was born with a shrewd and clever mind. If you want to keep this hidden from the heavens, from the very start, you should have reported to His Majesty about you two selling those strange flavored peanuts in the palace, and told him everything clearly. But if you want to bring it up without leaving a trace, you'll need to find a suitable pretext. And you can't be too detailed about it, or it'll seem intentional. Master, I didn't mean it. It's just that these days, I've really been working too hard. Please, Master, what's going on? Serving in front of His Majesty, and you dare slack off on the job? You're tired of it, huh? How have I taught you? Told you to mind your own business. But, Master, I'm your apprentice's only friend. Keep your voice down. If you wake up His Majesty over this, you'll be careful when eating, or you'll get beaten. What's going on? His Majesty is asking you a question, speak up. In reply to His Majesty, a few days ago, this servant had a birthday, and thought there wasn't anything presentable on hand to treat friends with over drinks. So I borrowed the imperial kitchen and fried a batch of strange flavored peanuts. A Quan ate some and shared them with others, and before I knew it, word spread among the servants. A lot of people started asking a Quan for them, and even slipped him some money. A Quan had no choice but to come to me. I stand guard during the daytime and fry peanuts at night, which is both tedious and time-consuming. So I didn't sleep well and ended up being scolded by my master. Your Majesty is wise. Please don't have me beaten. Do I beat people often? With the rod? I strive for fame in history, taking the path of a wise ruler. I would never openly beat people at will. He just entered the palace less than 2 months ago, so I set some rules for him, and often used threats of the rod to scare him. Get up and go back for a good rest. Regain your energy and serve before me. Aren't you going to thank His Majesty quickly? Thank you, Your Majesty. That was your apprentice just now. Why not pick a smarter one? Replying to Your Highness. He may seem clumsy, but he's honest. I can teach him the rules gradually. An honest mind at His Majesty's side puts this old servant at ease when I'm gone. Let's go. Where to? Your Majesty, your servant is getting old. A few years from now, when I can't even hold a teacup, there should always be someone reliable at your side, right? If Your Majesty doesn't like him, I'll find a smarter one. No need, he'll do. An honest one is useful. No worries. About those peanuts, have a few capable helpers assist him later, so he doesn't keep dozing off on the job. Or just have him stop altogether. It's not like there's much money to be made anyway. If you're going to do it well. It'll help your apprentice develop a more reliable character too. Loyalty matters, but if he's too dull, even I can't make good use of him. Some training will be good. I thank Your Majesty for nurturing Jiang-san on his behalf. All right. So this is the new product, Your Majesty the Empress, that you mentioned before? Not easy, is it? I've been waiting for this stuff for days. Wow, what is this? A drop in sales means nothing. Whenever you act, it's always a bestseller. Fried instant noodles? It's different from the flavored peanuts. Those had a recipe. But instant noodles are something I've figured out by trial and error lately. Learning step by step through failures. This is my own creation. It does look pretty ugly. Are you sure this tastes good? It's just noodles. How good can it possibly be? Just try it and see. I've prepared 6 flavors this time. What's this? Dried vegetable packet. Dried vegetables? What the heck is that? And this one? Seasoning packet. What are you doing? Little demon girl. She's making instant noodles. Do you have to soak this in water before eating? If you want to eat it dry, you can. I see. Soak it. Got it. This thing looks kinda weird, and the smell is super strong, but it's surprisingly chewy. Damn, it's delicious. It's nothing like the soft, mushy noodles I usually eat. Totally different. My lady, you are definitely the smartest and most capable person in the whole court. This thing, can I take some home for my dad? Wow, amazing. Hi, is that okay? Awesome. My grandpa would love it. This is awesome to the max. Absolutely incredible. Oh. That's right, that's exactly the flavor. It makes me a little homesick. The taste is totally different. This isn't just instant noodles. This is a gold mine. It's cutting edge, isn't it? It's a success. Next, I just need to break down the instant noodle recipe into several steps. Let Tang-san handle mass production. A Quan will be responsible for sales and operations. And I can just lie here in the cold palace and make money counting. Hey, do you smell something? Yeah, it smells so good. It must be our cold palace lady coming up with something new again. It smells so good. I really want to go in and grab a bite. It smells amazing. I wish I could go in and get a taste. Isn't that not really okay? Aren't we supposed to be the beast guards on duty? Sigh. Your Majesty the Empress, do you have any instructions for us? Thank you, Your Majesty. Bad karma from a past life. Now I'm just a concubine in this life. Life is getting duller by the day. Don't lose hope, Your Majesty. What's that smell? Replying to Your Majesty. It's all my fault for being greedy. I ate 2 cups of pickled sauerkraut instant noodles this morning. That's why. Instant noodles? What is that? It's a kind of delicacy that's gotten popular among us servants. Would you like to try it, Your Majesty? Your Majesty. It's all the craze among the servants lately. They say it tastes amazing. Is it really that good? Well, I might as well try it. Not like I have anything to do in the palace anyway. His Majesty won't come see me either. Just a way to pass the time. It's really pretty tasty. Is it hard to make? Replying to Your Majesty, not at all. The seasoning and veggie packets are all ready-made. Just pour hot water and it's done. Tastes good, easy to store, and convenient to eat. Has General Shen returned to the capital? Replying to Your Majesty, according to the message from the wrong family, based on the schedule, the general should arrive in the capital in about 5 or 6 days. But there are bees in the cold palace. The other day, Pei Tongling already led the guards to clear out the hive in the cold palace. There won't be any trouble. If Your Majesty wishes to do it, there's still plenty of time. All right, I'll just keep staying here in the Yunguangjai every day. You can't make a future this way either. Go prepare a bit more of this for me. I'll bring this with me later. Then I'll go try it out in front of the Empress in the cold palace. This is the moment of truth. Annie, mother, do you have to plug your nose to eat this thing? You don't understand. If this fails, the smell is even worse than chemical weapons. Of course. Even if it's a success, it's not much better than chemical weapons. Mother, what are chemical weapons? It's the name of an uncommon weapon. The kind that doesn't shed blood. A fall into the pit, a gain in your wit. I specifically chose something plain today. Didn't even pair it with a sachet. I don't believe I still can't speak with Her Majesty the Empress. Open the door. I want to catch up with the Empress. Sister Shen, I've come to see you. You all, Your Majesty. Guards, protect the throne. Protect His Majesty. Come quickly. Protect His Majesty. Let's return to the palace. Hurry back to the palace. Not bad, not bad. This is the taste. Who is this? Don't know them, but they seem a bit familiar for some reason. But I don't really remember anything. Seems Mother was right. Rare weapon. Doesn't shed blood.
His Majesty works tirelessly for political affairs.
Be careful not to overwork yourself. I've prepared lotus and red perilla for tonight. Will Your Majesty dine tonight? Beloved consort, you are considerate. I will definitely come tonight. I'll go to court first. A few days ago, Ziluo sent 2 bolts of fuchsia brocade as tribute. I've already had the wardrobe room tailor 2 outfits overnight to your size. They've prepared 2 new dresses overnight. Someone from the household department will deliver them to you soon. Thank you, Your Majesty, for the reward. Your Majesty. Does my beloved consort have any other matters? I have nothing. Your Majesty, please go to court quickly. Your Highness still hasn't found the chance. to mention deposing the Empress to His Majesty? During these 10 days of favor from my father, His Majesty seems to be treating me with great favor. However, all that's rewarded are useless things like clothes and jewelry. It's been over a month since the Empress was banished to the cold palace, not to mention abolishing the Empress's position. Even the duty of managing the 6 palaces, she hasn't mentioned it in front of me at all.
His Majesty is deeply scheming.
If I can't find the right moment and hastily bring up deposing the Empress, it will only arouse his unnecessary suspicions. I'll repeat the same mistake of losing favor again. But Your Highness, time is running out. News just came from the Wanja side. General Shen will return to the capital in at most 5 days. Once he returns, as for Her Majesty the Empress, His Majesty will surely find a reason to bring her out of the cold palace. How could it be so soon? Those border bandits are just a mob. Shen Yu has led troops for years. She has her own methods for dealing with bandits. It took us so much effort to coax His Majesty into sending Empress Shen to the cold palace. If she comes out from the cold palace, it'll be hard to send her back in next time. Seems we'll have to take a risky move. Your Highness, do you have a plan? Find someone who used to serve in the Empress's palace and tamper with Shen Empress's daily food. As long as they dare, there will no longer be any dangers to the Empress's position. Your Highness, if any trace of this is discovered, the Wanja family will face complete ruin. If the previous fake pregnancy frame-up had been exposed, wouldn't the Wanja family have faced destruction as well? Shen Yu commands 300,000 troops. If you want the Empress's position while Shen Lin is alive, favor alone is far from enough. Unless the Wanja family's interests for His Majesty are even greater. Report everything I said word for word. How exactly to proceed? That's up to my father. Assassinating the Empress is a capital crime. All 9 generations would be executed. What if it's discovered? What if... Brother Jin, aren't you working odd jobs at Keolu Hall? How come you have time to deliver food to the cold palace today, Brother Chung? How do you walk without making a sound?
Huh?
No sound? I think it's fine, huh? By the way, why are you bringing food to the cold palace? Did you offend the noble consort, so you got reassigned? How could I offend the noble consort? It's because I was sent by the noble consort to be an assassin. I'm just the guy who normally delivers the food. He got an upset stomach today, and I just happened to run into him. So I took over the task for him. Is that so? I happen to also be going to the cold palace. Why don't we go together? Brother G, have you had any instant noodles lately? What exactly are instant noodles? I'm always on edge every day. How would I have time to care about anything else? I discovered a super rare and untapped market. My sales target is instant noodles. You really have no idea. This stuff is all the rage in the palace. I'll give you a cheap price so you can try it first. Try this. It's totally unique in the whole palace. No, I came to the cold palace to bring food to the Empress. And you're pitching instant noodles to me now. What's up with the vibe outside the cold palace? This trick was taught by a Quan. If you want to sell your product, you have to use the most friendly language to get closer to your customers. Ever since I took on this poisoning mission, I've known I was doomed. Even the lines for my confession have been written for me. I don't want to risk my life out of spite and refuse the task. Even my mother outside the palace would get killed. Either way, I'm doomed just following orders. At least I can keep my mother safe. Well, how about it? If you buy, I'll give you a discount. A huge discount, seriously. Will eating this make me late delivering the food? No, not at all. All right then, how much does it cost? The original price is 30 bronze coins. You can have it for 20 bronze coins. If you like it, remember to help me promote it to the brothers at Jiaolu Hall. Oh, promote it. I'm about to die soon. How could I have any life left to promote anything? How do you eat this, anyway? You can soak it in water or eat it dry. Maybe just soak it in water. That way it'll be more filling. Come on, I'll go with you to deliver the food to Her Majesty. And borrow a ladle of hot water to make your noodles. Brother G, no matter what obstacle you face, just grit your teeth and get through it. Being forced to poison the Empress, and needing to confess afterwards. How am I supposed to get over that, exactly? I'm just here to bring food to Her Majesty. Oh, please go ahead. Why do the guards at the Cold Palace act like they're his brothers? Your meal is here, Your Majesty. Got any hot water? Need to borrow some to make noodles. You're hungry again? No, I just sold a pack of noodles. To Brother Jiu who's helping you with your meals. Thought I'd help him make some. Put it on the stove then. I don't have time right now. Serve yourself. All right.
Hey.
This is the Empress. What are you making? Beggar's chicken. Oh, wait, no. Beggar's bird. Beggar's dish. Whatever Yao Yao and Zhao Zhao bring back. We'll wrap it in mud and bake it. Didn't the imperial household deliver anything? Why do you have to go hunting to eat meat? With a Quan around, there's no way they wouldn't send something. We're just bored of home-style dishes, so we want to try some wild game. Didn't think it'd look this weird, but it actually tastes pretty good. It's painful to think this might be my last meal before execution. If only noble consort Wan could be as easygoing as the Empress. It'd be great if she were down to earth too. Wait, the meal box? Just eat the noodles. Why do I need a meal box? That stuff that comes in the meal box. Oh, you mean that thing? Kind of embarrassing to say. Her Majesty usually feeds it to the chickens. Cold porridge and hard steamed buns make perfect chicken feed. Even the eggs are bigger than the ones sent by the household department. Her Majesty doesn't eat food delivered from outside the palace. If I fail my mission, not only will I die, but my mother outside will too. We used to eat what was in the yard, but the vegetables grow so well in the back garden. The chives just keep growing back over and over. Plus the household department sends over food every now and then, always bringing stuff to Her Majesty. Yao can't sit still. She goes bird nesting with the third prince all the time, or catches crawfish in the pond. Haven't you noticed the two guards at the gate even look rounder than the average guard? So what about the poisoned food box? The Empress uses it to feed the chickens every day. Did I risk my life just to poison a chicken? If the poisoned meal box is just for chickens, maybe after I finish my noodles, I should just use my dagger and end it myself. Miss Yaya, your moves are getting more graceful. A little progress, that's all. Who is this? This is Jiu. Ran into him while delivering food, so I pitched him the instant noodles. Hey, ma'am. Want to stay and eat with us? Thank you so much. I was just worried I couldn't find a chance to assassinate Amin. Got set up by the underworld. Is your mud ready? That white crane. Don't tell me it's from the new Noble's Courtyard in Biu Pavilion. No way, definitely not. Yao and I caught it here in the Cold Palace. It should be a wild crane, not owned by anyone. A wild crane with no keeper. How did you guys catch it?
Easy.
Yao just picked up a rock and knocked it out. Wow. Really? That was kind of reckless. Miss Yao knows Kung Fu. The first time I met her, she almost pinned me to the ground and beat me up. Ever since she became an apprentice, she practices kung fu with the guards every day. Now she's much stronger. Assassinate my ass. It's just throwing your life away. Sorry to keep you waiting. How dare you? Come here. Yesterday morning, there was only one white crane left in the yard. It's been 2 days now, so it should have returned by now. If His Majesty cares, there will be 2 cranes together. If not, the other one will always be alone. Even the white crane is hinting to me. His Majesty won't be coming to BU Pavilion for music anymore. This wild thing is pretty fat. Right? If it wasn't, I wouldn't even bother catching it. I finally get it now. Poisoning cold porridge. To kill the Empress is just ridiculous. Totally unreliable. With all these amazing dishes around, who'd eat that awful cold bun? Let's dig in. By the way, Brother G, which palace do you work at? Replying to Your Majesty, I work at Jiaolu Hall. Thank you for the reward, Your Majesty. Sit down. No need to act so stiff from outside. You don't need to bother with all that rank and status stuff. Your nervousness is making me uncomfortable. That instant noodle you ate just now, did you like it? Of course it was excellent. If you want more next time, just go to the imperial household and buy several at once from a Quan. He'll even throw in some spicy peanuts. The Empress is eating them right now. If you want to join, just sit right down. Hey, thank you, Your Majesty. Suddenly, I really want to work in the cold palace. Not only is my life not in danger, but there's wild game to eat. Sigh. Brother G, what exactly happened to you? This is already the 3rd time I've asked you today. How about telling us? Maybe I can help you out. Sigh. A Quan says to solve customer problems and build close relationships with them so you can sell more products. After eating the noodles, Jiyu has just been sighing nonstop. Delaying talk about the buyback means there's definitely something wrong. There's absolutely a problem. You can't help me. Who is Noble Consort 1, anyway? Getting rid of an eunuch here is as easy as squashing an ant. Would talking to you even help? Do you know why I'm the one delivering food today? Because the regular guy got an upset stomach, right? There's poison in this food box. I was ordered today to poison Her Majesty, the Empress. If the Empress is dead, we'll be reassigned elsewhere. Then we won't be able to slack off anymore. And even eating won't be easy. If the Empress takes action, the cafeteria just won't do. Poison the Empress. Where is everyone? I was forced into this. Go ahead, tell me what's going on. Jai Q, by Noble Consort Wan's side, ordered me to use the poison Shi Xiang to deliver the food. After poisoning Her Majesty, I'd be told to insist it's because when I was on duty before, I suffered grievances at the Empress's hands, so I held a grudge. Then I'd use a dagger hidden up my sleeve to kill myself as an apology. Who exactly is Noble Consort Wang? A Ning, did you forget? We were demoted and sent to the cold palace to reflect on our mistakes, because we were accused of harming Noble Consort Wan's family. Oh, so it's her. Honestly, I don't have any impression of that person. How could anyone remember? I'm living just fine in the cold palace. I almost forgot the emperor even exists in the palace, let alone someone like Noble Consort Wan. All the more reason I'd forget about her. But really, why use someone like him for poisoning? Seriously, couldn't they just spend some money to hire a pro? If I didn't come, it wouldn't just be me who's done for. My elderly mother outside the palace would also be finished. He probably thinks an abandoned empress stuck in the cold palace doesn't need anything professional. Plus, professional assassins always follow orders. When General Shen investigates the assassin organization, the Wan family could clear themselves easily. But using Jiyu is different. His elderly mother is in noble consort Wan's hands. If he insists he hated the empress, even if General Shen tries to go after the Wan family, there's just no evidence, right? It's not easy. I've been teaching him for so long, and this stupid disciple is finally using his brain. In novels, people like this are called cannon fodder. At work, they're called scapegoats. It's pathetic enough already. And most of them don't even have names. I was fine for so long before. Why is everything coming apart now? Did something happen outside the cold palace? It's fine when it's others. But as soon as my original brother comes, he'll definitely sense my personality is totally different from hers. No idea whether the excuse about the soul-devouring needle will fool him. Please, Your Highness, have mercy. Considering I confessed because I had no choice, please give me a way out. A Ning dragon brother. Let him go already. He does look pretty pitiful. Your Majesty, your hands. If I go back to Keolu Hall now, my elderly mother is as good as dead. Please, Your Majesty, think of a way to save me. My head was already hurting because General Shen returned to the capital, and now it hurts even more. You were just following an order to get rid of me. And even if you failed because you just learned the code, I still let you go out of kindness, didn't I? But now you want me to help save you too? If I'd known you were this shameless, I wouldn't have invited you to dinner earlier. Fine, I can't move you. I'm begging you, Your Majesty. Don't wipe your snot on my clothes. Ooh, it's just killing me. Reporting to Your Highness, as you instructed yesterday, I personally fed the Empress the poisoned porridge. So you're saying she's already dead in the cold palace now? Critical condition. What does it mean? By rights, the Empress should have died from drinking that poisoned porridge. She should have coughed up blood and died. But I stood in front of her waiting for a while. She didn't even cough up blood. Nothing happened at all. I'm honestly baffled. I wanted to report this to you as soon as I returned yesterday. But His Majesty was resting in your palace, so I had to wait until this morning to report. Are you sure she ate the porridge you delivered? You hold the lives of my whole family in your hands. My loyalty to you is clear to heaven and earth. How could I dare deceive you? Enough. Step back. Leave. The medicine was personally added by you. Yes, Your Majesty. I really did mix the poison into the porridge. Could it be that the servant just lied? Yes, Your Majesty. His mother outside the palace is still under the control of the Wan family. He wouldn't dare deceive you. He doesn't have the guts to do such a thing. Even if we take the worst scenario, if he really betrayed you and pledged loyalty to the Empress, once you ordered to poison the Empress, it would have already been reported to His Majesty. I suspect there may be a problem with the medicine itself. You mean there was a mistake at the Imperial Hospital? Yes, if not. It's hard to explain. The Empress ate poisonous food right in front of her, but came out completely unharmed. Find an excuse later, and take off Dr. Jiang's head for selling fake medicine.
Yes.
So that's how it is. Let G be X. Let the picture be Y. It's been a day. Aning, after he gets back, do you think concubine Wan will notice he's lying? No. From his point of view, Ji Yuru betrayed him and must have pledged loyalty to me. According to palace drama logic, the incident where he tried to poison me should have already made its way up to the emperor. With both people and physical evidence present, I could have returned to the main palace because of this. Plus, I handed over that statement to GU. While it doesn't directly accuse the person who supplied the poison, I've dropped plenty of hints. I'm guessing he'll probably wind up dead at the hands of whoever asked for it. Why doesn't Mother follow the usual palace drama script? At first, I thought the reason Mother stayed in the cold palace was because she was forced by circumstances. But after these days, I realized it wasn't because I'm lazy at all. That's right. Let Pei Xinchuan take it out of the palace and process it later. Zhao Zhao, your mother thinks her youth should be used for making money and food. If it's just to fight over men in the palace, it's honestly a waste of brain cells. Yao Yao, what are brain cells? Ask your 2,000-year-old mother what brain cells are. A type of magnet, similar to the bread you had for a snack earlier. If Mother returns to the main palace, it would waste more food. Asking for trouble. Hey. Haven't you heard don't hit the face when fighting? Who told you to sneak attack? Between master and disciple, how is that a sneak attack? What is this thing? It's a 9-grid diagram. Take this blueprint with you. Help me make it outside the palace later. You want me to run errands for you again. Carrying an iron pot really messes with my swift as the wind image. My cool and carefree master persona, right? After it's done, I'll treat you to hot pot. Got it. By the way, how come you came so early this time? Don't even mention it. I'm on leave today. Was planning to enjoy the spring and drink at Yufeng Tower, but ran into Su Cheng harassing a girl. I'm always a warm-hearted guy. Of course I had to step in when I saw injustice. So you ended up fighting him? And lost. Come on, I'm the second best at martial arts. If he hadn't brought so many people, how could I have lost? Also, I didn't have a weapon with me at the time. Where's my blade? You've borrowed it for so long. It's time you returned it. Weak excuses for bad weapons. What's up, Unning? Give him the blade. I'll get you an even better crappy blade next time. You could actually give him a better one. Do you know how much money I spent on this blade? How much? It's just a crappy blade. How expensive could it be? 1,000 silver. A crappy blade sold for so much? No wonder it's so smooth for chopping wood. It's Zhang the blacksmith's work from the capital. The blade is made from 1,000-year cold iron, forged for 81 days in blazing fire. The edge is sharp, cuts hair and splits strands. Of course it's expensive, Nunu. Are you there? I'm having a really tough time. There's something you don't know, Your Majesty. Ever since instant noodles entered the palace, I've been so busy at the palace administration I barely touched the ground. Finally got some free time today, so I rushed over to give you some money. Here, it's a total of 3,000 silver. Your Majesty, please take it. As a discarded consort in the cold palace, I'm making 3,000 silver a month, just like that. Does this seem reasonable? Here's the accounting for these past 15 days. Please review it. Your Majesty, I'll wait. So 3,000 silver is just for half a month? Come early and help me with the math. Your Majesty, don't you want to hold on to these banknotes? Brother Quan, do you know Zhang the blacksmith in the capital? Old Zhang from the west side, of course I know him. I want to get Yao Yao a blade. Take these banknotes to old Zhang the blacksmith. Make sure you get the best kind. Don't worry, Your Majesty. I've got a bit of a connection with him. I'll take care of it. A blade is 50 silver. You think 50 silver for a blade is too expensive? I'll go haggle with him later. Even 50 silver for a blade can be bargained. Are you sure it's the best blade? Of course. Old Zhang's craftsmanship is among the best in the capital. But he's the type who sizes up people. His blades always sell for more than anywhere else. If he thinks you can afford it, he'll jack up the price. Same blade can go for 1,000 silver easily. A lousy blade sells for 1,000 silver all the way around. Don't those rich clans rebel? That's why he's clever. He sells the blade for a high price and always adds marketing hype. Like 1,000-year cold iron, forged for 81 days in blazing fire. Sharp blade, cuts hair and splits strands. All sorts of fancy talk. Always reels someone in. But the chill from the blade can't be faked, right? I specifically touched it myself. His iron mine emits cold all over. The blade even lets out cool air. Joking aside, the whole Duan dynasty isn't even 1,000 years old. Where could he get so much 1,000-year cold iron? The materials are just regular copper and iron. He usually keeps them in an ice cellar, then brings them out to fool people. So of course they feel cold to the touch and emit cool air. Only fools believe it. What about the 81 days of forging and blazing fire? I had to wait more than 2 months to get mine. Means he had a lot of work and wanted to stall. Anyway, anyone dumb enough to spend 1,000 silver on a blade usually isn't short on time either. That blow hair cutting skill can't fool people anymore, right? It's 50 taels of silver per knife. It still works just as well. This guy likes to scam people. But his blade breaking technique is really top-notch. Any blade broken by his hands can slice a hair with ease. Sorry, I didn't bring anyone with me. You guys keep going. Isn't he worried someone will overturn his stall doing this? How could that happen? There are lots of wealthy folks near the palace. No matter how good his stuff is, if he doesn't sell it for high prices, those rich people might not trust his skills. There's a saying, you know. Honest old Zhang never cheats the poor. Mother, I've finished checking the accounts. 3,000 taels of silver. That's correct. So Uncle Pei, you're the kind of person Quan described. Someone gullible with lots of money? No way. Commander Pei is so smart. How could he spend 1,000 taels on a single knife? It's getting late. I still need to go back to the Internal Affairs office to sell instant noodles. Don't worry, Your Majesty. Leave the knife matter to me. I'll definitely get you a good price later. Stop laughing. Are you treating me like a monkey? I'll go flip his stall next time. Don't do that. His knives really are good. If you actually do that, you won't find anywhere else to buy a good blade in the future. That's right, Master, don't worry. You got ripped off. About the 1,000 taels for the knife, we promised not to tell anyone. I wish I could find a bronze mirror and show you your face. You're about to laugh it off. Speaking of which, Shen Yu should be returning to the capital soon. I'll ask him next time how much he paid for his knife. So the original owner really is coming back to the capital. Besides worrying about her secrets being exposed, what's more troubling is that after Shen Yu returns, the palace's power dynamics will change. Right now, I'm comfortably hiding in the cold palace. Life is pretty nice here. If Shen Yu comes back and uses his achievement in suppressing bandits to make the emperor order me back to the main palace, it'll mess up my peaceful life in the cold palace. It'll also make Shen Yu owe the emperor a favor, because I harmed the royal family. He'll get manipulated by that jerk. Pulling cloth. Commander Pei, please let my brother visit me first when he returns to the capital. Before he meets the emperor, have him come by my place first. I'm the dignified chief commander. How could I be your messenger for you and Shen Yu? Not unless you treat me to a 9-compartment hot pot. the super spicy kind. Earlier, I promised to help you find a blacksmith to make the copper pot. I remember you said you'd treat me to hot pot. Can one meal help you twice? Earlier, I promised to treat you to a regular hot pot. After I help you see your guest off, I'll treat you to a deluxe hot pot. What's the difference between the two? There's a big difference. A meal with 10 dishes versus 20 dishes, these are not the same. What are you talking about? Why is the courtyard so lively today? We're talking about how I'm the only one here who spent 1,000 taels on hot pot. We're also debating how many dishes are added to the hot pot meal. This darn apprentice promised not to tell anyone, but the next moment he joked about it with Chang San. Tomorrow I'll double his practice load. All right, young master. I'll go take care of your copper pot order now. See you. Hot pot queen. Are you working on something new again? Actually, the wall outside the courtyard should have a pile of firewood. Then, when climbing over the wall from outside, there's something to use as a step. If that's the case, my attitude while reflecting in the cold palace might be a bit bold. Your Majesty, is this your new product, snail noodles? You need to soak this in rice washing water for a few days. Then you can open the jar and use it. Remember to scald the clay jar with hot water first. Now that I've got the recipe, please rest assured, Your Majesty. Madame Wan spent a fortune to get me out of retirement. For someone like the wasted empress in the cold palace, I could take her head in 3 seconds. Your Majesty, what are you making? Judging by your handiwork, it doesn't really look like something from your own courtyard. It actually seems more like Chang Zhaojui's style. It's all right. Caught a chill these past couple days. Now my whole nose is blocked. I can't smell even a hint of that sour bamboo shoot's greasy stench. Empress, save me! Is something wrong? Your Highness, please help. This stuff smells way too bad. Come on, I'll go with you to check it out. Yao, do you want to come with me? No, humph. Let's go. I'm coming. Speaking of which, even though I'm the major shareholder behind the food factory, this is actually my first time touring the place. It's only a little sour. Granted, the smell is pretty strong. But is it really as dramatic as they say? Her Majesty has arrived. Greetings, Empress, wishing you health and peace. Long live your Highness. No need to bother with these formalities. Get back to what you were doing. Yes, your Highness. The smell here burns my eyes. The Empress doesn't even flinch. Looks like the bamboo shoots went wrong. What do you mean went wrong, Your Highness? It means they're spoiled and can't be used. Dump it and start over. Dumping all this stuff, even just keeping it in jars, already stinks up the whole cold palace. If we open all the jars and dump it out, the entire palace will be covered in this smell. We'll wipe out the country right on the spot. Your Highness, where should we dump this stuff? If you dump it in the latrine, the palace guards here won't be able to use the restroom for more than half a month. There are so many empty courtyards in the cold palace. Find a spacious spot where nobody goes. Arrange for someone to dig a large hole, dump it in and bury it. All right. And sprinkle some vegetable seeds on top while you're at it. Might as well use it as fertilizer. Yes, Your Highness. Lucky, I'm smart, and asked Your Highness to come. If we'd waited for the stuff in these jars, just 2 more days, the smell would be even worse. Someone come here. Grand Eunuch, what is it? Get more people. Find a more open courtyard. Dig a deeper hole. Dump the stuff from the jars into the pit. Cover it with soil. Oh, and go find Eunuch Kwan from the household department. Have him bring some vegetable seeds over. Later, sprinkle the seeds on the pit. That's how you get to know the Empress. Look, look, look. Even faced with this terrifying stench, she doesn't even change her expression. So composed, like strolling in a garden. So elegant, incredibly elegant. Do you still have bamboo shoots in the courtyard? Yes. Let's go, make another jar for me to see. The reason this jar of sour bamboo shoots went wrong must have been something off in one of the steps. We're making more? Relax, if nothing goes wrong. It won't smell this bad. It's actually kind of interesting. Hold on. What's up? Your Highness, has this knife cut anything else before? Reporting to Your Highness, the beef bites and instant noodles were cut with this knife. This knife is extremely sharp. Works great for both meat and bamboo shoots. Boil a pot of water. Scald the knife and the chopping board.
Yes.
Your Highness, why scald a knife and chopping board with boiling water? If you ask me why the bamboo shoots went wrong, it's mainly because unwanted bacteria got into the jar. Anyone who didn't study biology in school probably won't get it. Because scalding the knife and board with clean boiling water is an important step in this recipe. Open the jar again after 7 days. If nothing goes wrong, from now on, make the bamboo shoots just like today. If it goes wrong, last time I filmed a snail noodle video, it went wrong countless times. When it comes to making sour bamboo shoots, I'm pretty confident. Thank you for pointing that out, Your Highness. This is actually pretty tricky. No worries. Once you succeed the first time, it's easy after that. In the past, every time I messed up, my master would poke my forehead. The Empress is actually so gentle. I secretly made up my mind that I must master making sour bamboo shoots. Bring snail noodles into the palace, so I won't let down the Empress's encouragement and expectations. Heaven knows the only reason I've been so agreeable lately is because I've caught a cold these days and can't smell anything with my nose. This place is only 5 li from the capital. General, do you plan to settle your troops here? Yeah, Private Camo reporting in. You'll stay here and lead the troops. Set up camp. Su Lai, take 30 elites and follow me to the capital by carriage. No horseback riding allowed in the city. Which rich kid is out at the capital's outskirts, leading horses welcoming General Shen back to the capital?
Hey.
Hey, old friend. Hey. We've been friends for years at least. You're not even going to say hi when we meet?
Hey.
I've got a question for you. How much did your long knife cost? Commander Pei, have some dignity. Well, Shen Yu, you come back and act all cold. If Shen Ling hadn't asked me to find you, you think I care about dealing with you? What's wrong with any? Beg me, and I'll tell you. Damn, ganging up on me. You can't handle losing? So what happened to Shen Lin? I can tell you. But first have them put away the knives. And later you need to tell me how much you paid for that knife in your hand. Shen Ning was sent to the cold palace by His Majesty because she harmed the royal heir. She asked me to bring you to see her in the cold palace before you meet His Majesty. Go see her in the cold palace? How do outsiders enter the palace? Naturally, you go with me, the chief of the palace guards. We'll both go together. There's no time like the present. Let's go tonight. Now you gotta tell me where you bought your knife and how much did it cost? Blacksmith Zhang in the west of the city. Same place, fine craftsmanship. He's probably been ripped off just like me. How much did you pay? He said if this knife could help me defend the border, protecting the country, that would be the knife's greatest honor and the best recognition of his craftsmanship. So he didn't charge me. He didn't charge you? He gave it for free? I paid 1,000 taels for mine. He gifted one to Shen Yu the chief. Me. I thought when he said we'd go together, he'd use his position and sneak me in with his badge. But instead, the fool is actually sneaking me into the imperial city at night. If I'd known, I wouldn't have needed him to lead me. All right. I forgot to tell you. Since your sister went to the cold palace, she seems to have lost her mind. She lost her mind? While I've been away from the capital, just how much has happened to Enning? She's been suffering in the cold palace for months. Yet, as her brother, I had no clue. Yeah, I also saw it by chance back then when I was punished to copy books. Saw it accidentally at the set starting point. If you have time, go back to One Academy and ask the teacher about Ning. See how he's different now compared to before.
He completely forgot everything before entering the cold palace.
Even his personality seems to have changed. He's much livelier and more fun than he used to be. He really enjoys cooking now. He often experiments with all sorts of strange things. Loves cooking. Back at home in the past, Ning never touched kitchen work. Anyway, you'll understand after you meet him. Oh, here they come. Is this your brother? Good thing I reminded Shen Yu and Shen Lin about the soul loss syndrome. Otherwise, he'd be heartbroken. Sis, bro, I miss you so much. Wasn't his brother a general in the original story? Old habits. Brother, you're here. But the person in front of me is nothing like my sister. Is he really a heavenly spirit? Since you're already here, let's have hot pot together before talking. Sure. Was his brother always this cold and distant originally? Yao Yao brought Zhao Zhao for dinner. They're coming. The maid who knows light skills is a Ling's handmaiden. She grew up with Shen Lin inside the deep inner courtyard. She never had a chance to learn martial arts. Brother, have you finished eating? Or should we find a place to talk now? Yeah. Earlier, when I led him out of the backyard, I deliberately grabbed his wrist to test it. When Aling was little, she broke her wrist falling from a tree. Her wrist bone has a little bump. There's still a tiny raised bit on her wrist bone. Besides that, the small hidden mole behind her ear is still there. Looks can be disguised. But that little mole behind the ear can't easily be faked. But the tiny mole behind the ear can hardly be faked. And Ning, you deliberately sent Pei Xingxuan to bring me to the palace. Is there something you want to discuss with me? Since all the old traces are still there, he only half believes the Soul Leader Needle story. Now it's my turn to act. Brother, the day before I was put into the cold palace, I fell into a pool with Yao Yao. After we woke up, we couldn't remember a lot of things. There's a lot of strange stuff in my head now. Soul loss syndrome. Pei Xingxuan already told me about it before he entered the palace. You brought me here. So I guess it's not just to explain your illness, right? Yeah, about why I went to the cold palace. You've probably already heard from Pei Xingxuan. Because of the soul loss syndrome, I've forgotten a lot of things. I'm not even sure if I poisoned anyone myself. Even after harming the noble consort and leading to her miscarriage. Don't worry, no matter what the truth is. As long as I'm here, I'll find a way to get you out of the cold palace. That's exactly why I agreed to meet you in private. No matter what the truth is. Please don't mention taking me back to the main palace in front of His Majesty. Don't bring up the idea of taking me back to the main palace in front of His Majesty. All right. No matter whether I actually caused the noble consort's miscarriage or not, at least the evidence looks that way on the surface. Otherwise, as the Empress and your biological sister, General Shen, even if His Majesty doesn't like me, it's not like I would be so easily sent to the cold palace. If my brother wants to get me out of the cold palace, either solve the case in the harem to prove my innocence, or trade it for a military merit. But you're a courtier of the previous regime, so how could you investigate harem affairs? If you're going to trade it for military merit, the Shen family would owe His Majesty again, indebted to him again that year. All these years I've been stationed on the border. My memories of Ah Nayan stopped before entering society. Back then, he was always so innocent and romantic. His smile was as bright as sunlight. Just what kind of devouring place is this deep palace, that it could make such an innocent, romantic person, after losing all his memories, end up with this insightful mind today? As for the Shen family, you don't need to worry. When the late emperor was still alive, all the warlords held their own territories. Now that Liu Yan has become emperor, there are powerful nations outside our borders, and bandits inside. It's a time when capable people are needed most. Liu Yan won't reject my requests. Having us here is a sign of welcome. Brother, compared to the main palace, I found I actually prefer living in the cold palace. Even if I forgot a lot of things from before, the fact that I could get this illness probably means life in the main palace wasn't that happy. Since moving to the cold palace, I've had to do everything myself. I try out new dishes whenever I'm free. I chat in the courtyard with Yao Yao and Zhao Zhao. I invite Commander Pei for late-night snacks. Life is peaceful and comfortable, and I can just lie in the courtyard and earn money without leaving my bed. If I return to the main palace, I'd have to compete and scheme with all those women again. It's just too exhausting. So after you see His Majesty, please don't do anything more. Just let me stay here in the cold palace. What about His Majesty? You've been staying in this cold palace all along. That means you might never see him again. Weren't you the one who liked him the most before? You swore you'd never marry anyone but him. And now you've forgotten all about it. It's just something written in the past. Totally forgotten. It's just as well not to see him. What, you even forgot about him? I can't even remember Ah Zhong anymore. So why should I bother remembering His Majesty? It's not that I've forgotten, actually. It's that someone else is in my heart now. But it's not a big deal. Right now, I just want to use lost soul syndrome as an excuse. To keep up my character. To hold on to my disguise. Since this guy refuses to treat you well, just forget him. That might actually be a good thing. As for this cold palace, as your brother, I still think, even if you don't want the emperor's favor, you still deserve the dignity of a true empress. If I had to live in the cold palace, while you were in the capital, you could come here with Pei Shinchuan every night, and visit me in this courtyard. Here in the cold palace, most of the guards like to slack off. Plus, they're familiar with me, so coming and going is pretty easy. Slacking off. Slacking off just means being lazy. I made tonight's hot pot. Brother, do you think it tastes good? It's really good. Brother, you should come to the cold palace more often. I'll make you delicious food every day. Is that okay? All right, dear brother. As you say. Next time I see His Majesty, I just won't bring up your situation. Thank you, brother. Now that we've finished talking, let's head back early. If we stay any longer, I bet Yao Yao will hop over the wall to find me. The moment Yao Yao is mentioned, brother's expression changes. Looks like he noticed Yao's lightness skills. I need to patch this up quickly. Brother, did you know? Since Yao entered the cold palace, he became Pei Xingchuan's disciple. He's seriously dedicated to martial arts now. He learned some moves from Pei Xingchuan, but aside from his light movement skills that barely stand out, does he have any impressive kung fu? Pei Xingchuan's kung fu isn't much, but at least his agility is passable. The kid's learning martial arts from him, so a little progress in agility is nothing special. Crisis averted. Strange, but it's fine. Sigh. Didn't Pei Tonglin say your kung fu is the best in the whole Duanzhou court, and his is second best? You're kidding. My martial arts are definitely number one in Duanzhou. There are all kinds of factions in the martial world, full of hidden talents. Not to mention those farther away, just in the west of the capital at Wonan Academy, there are 3 people with better martial skills than me. Back when I was training at Wonan Academy, I was top scorer in all the assessments in my class that year. As for Pei Xingchuan, if I remember right, his grades were almost rock bottom. Now I finally get it. Back then that guy used to brag about being second place, like it was more impressive than being first. Turns out that second place title was upside down bragging. Ridiculously shameless. Yeah, the other day I asked Brother Quan from the Internal Affairs Department for help at blacksmith shop outside the palace to custom make a long saber for Yao. Since Pei Xingchuan's martial arts aren't reliable, brother, if you have time, could you give Yao some pointers? Of course. Why would Xiaoyou, a proper maid, suddenly want to learn martial arts? In this palace where people's lives get eaten up, in this dangerous cold palace, she doesn't even have a decent piece of jewelry left. Why does Xiaoyou want to learn martial arts? So that even in this hopeless place, she can do all she can to protect Anning. How could I, as her brother, even ask such a question? Don't worry, Anning. Brother will definitely keep you both safe. I've heard that General Shen arrived in the capital yesterday, so why hasn't he entered the palace yet? Reporting to your majesty, the general was seriously injured during the campaign against bandits, so I was specially ordered to ask forgiveness on his behalf. What? Lord Shen is seriously injured. Associate Dean Zhang of Wonan Academy is famous for his medical skills. The general asked me to deliver a message, saying he is recuperating at Wonan Academy. So your majesty need not worry. Once he recovers, he will enter the palace himself, reporting to your majesty. As soon as he heard the general tried to back out, he got upset, Lord Shen is gravely wounded, and I care deeply for Shen Yu. This scoundrel has gotten even more disrespectful lately. All he had to do was use this achievement to publicly ask me, and I'd happily release Shen Ning from the cold palace. Prepare my carriage. I'm leaving the palace. I want to personally visit Wonan Academy to check up on General Shen, acting sick to hide out. I really want to see, if I visit in person, how much longer you can keep hiding. You're saying the Empress has lost soul syndrome now? Master, is there any way to cure it? What are her symptoms now? Tell your teacher in detail. As for the past, Aling has lost all her memories. Yesterday he advised me not to ask His Majesty to transfer him out of the cold palace. From the way he talks now, he's even more careful and thoughtful than before. His temperament is much more open now. He seems to really enjoy cooking. Aling used to never do any kitchen work at all. Also, after I returned to the capital, I sent people to check and found Aling had fallen into the lake a month ago. Maybe the Empress really is dead. I've checked her wrist bones. There were injuries and then a birthmark. She really is Shenling. Ayu, tell me, if she covered her face with a veil and stood beside you, would you still recognize her as your sister? If she doesn't recognize me, I no longer love Lu Yuyan either. Her past memories are totally gone, and her personality is nothing like before. other than having the exact same appearance. Is she really still the same person? Do you have any ideas, Master? That's why it's called lost soul syndrome. August, yesterday's person can't be chased. Dead is just dead. There's no cure. Even if you kill the person here now, the old one will still never come back. That's all I have to say as your teacher. As for whether you want to treat the current her as your Shen family sister, it's all up to you. Because of you, someone who shouldn't be here has arrived at the academy. Go and send her away. Dragged out early in the morning to kneel in the yard. What's going on at the academy? Did they find out about us sneaking drinks last night again? Help! So many people got caught breaking the rules this time. The whole academy is kneeling. I heard it's because the emperor is here. So it was for Senior Brother Shen? Yeah, this morning. I even saw Senior Brother Shen walking quickly up to the Linglong Pagoda. He's probably not really severely injured. He ran and they chased. No way to escape now. Hey, get your facts straight up there. The current emperor is General Shen's brother-in-law. Are you nuts? Lord Shen, I heard you were seriously injured while suppressing the bandits. So I came here especially. I'm really not in the mood to cooperate with you right now. Acting out this touching ruler-minister scene in front of everyone? An academy isn't a place for royalty. Get lost. Are you trying to act as emperor in public? Senior brother, you're truly the top general of Duan Dynasty. You're just too brave. I've made up my mind. From now on, Senior Brother Shen is my idol. I'm going to hang up his portrait in my dorm room. Burn 3 incense sticks before the big exam. Guaranteed to be possessed by the god of war for the riding and archery test. Invincible courage. You! How dare you show such disrespect? Such bold and reckless behavior. Those 2 words. If you dare to say it, I'll dare to do it. Your Majesty, please be careful with your words. Who offended General Shen to make you so angry? Tell me. I'll stand up for you. Don't you understand human speech? I said, an academy isn't a place for royalty. Get out now. Or do you want another punch from me? Your Majesty, oh dear. My poor Majesty. You were worried about General Shen's injuries, so you rushed over right after court. An academy. Do you remember? You scheduled a meeting with Minister Qin yesterday to discuss the imperial exams? Yes, I heard General Shen was injured. And I was so flustered. I actually forgot such an important matter. Now that you've seen General Shen, he's perfectly healthy. He's just sulking at you. Your Majesty, you should return to the palace and discuss official matters with Minister Qin. After all, the imperial exams are crucial for selecting talent for Duan Dynasty. We really can't afford any delays. General Shen returned to the capital after suppressing bandits, only to hear his own sister was sent to the cold palace. Of course he'd be upset. That's only natural. But General only knows that the Empress was sent to the cold palace by your Majesty. He doesn't know the evidence against the Empress was solid. General wasn't present at court then. He didn't see how the Wan family insisted on pressing the issue, forcing His Majesty to issue the decree to depose the Empress. After all, it's a case involving someone's life. Even if your Majesty had wanted to protect her, there's nothing you could do with all the witnesses and evidence. Not taking any action wasn't an option. You can't just beat up the Emperor in public. I get it. We all know it's just a family spat between you. But others might think the general is disrespecting the Emperor and acting unreasonably. Master, what's wrong with His Majesty? He just got punched in public by General Shen, and he's still angry. You'd better pay extra attention at work the next couple of days, and stay vigilant. Or you might get blamed too. Your Majesty, Are you all right? Your Majesty. Why was Shen Xuan so unwilling to give me face today? Does he intend to rebel? Your Majesty is overthinking it. I actually think today's action by the general just proves he has absolutely no ulterior motives toward your Majesty. He even punched me. So how can he have ulterior motives? The Shen family is small, and the Empress is the general's greatest treasure. Now that Her Highness has been sent to the cold palace, it's perfectly natural for the general to be upset. Now he's absent from court due to illness, then punches your Majesty in public. It just shows that the general is honest and straightforward. He's a straight shooter. He has never used any scheming or calculation with your Majesty. In fact, if General Shen could still pretend that he gets along harmoniously with you, just like before, that would be something your Majesty should be really careful about. You should stay alert. But after she returned to the capital, she should have asked me to get Shen Lin out of the cold palace and gone up against the Wan family. But your Majesty didn't give the general any instructions about what to do after returning to the capital. It makes sense that the general didn't know your Majesty's wishes for a moment. That makes sense. Plain clothes, no hairpin or ornament, doing everything on her own, but still living freely and comfortably. As Shen Yu's younger sister, she should have been born into privilege and luxury, worry-free in all aspects. But instead, she had a huge change in personality due to amnesia. And because she forgot Li Wei, she doesn't want to leave the cold palace. You don't really think your sister is living a hard and miserable life, poor and wretched, do you? Isn't that a bit shallow? You can't judge everything just by appearances. Do you know how much your sister earns a month now? Earning money in the cold palace? How would she make money there? Here, let me tell you all about your sister's great achievements since living in the cold palace. When she first entered the cold palace, she only had a bowl of thin porridge and 2 hard buns a day, and shared them with Miss Xiaoyou. Later, to improve their meals, she poked the beehive in the yard and accidentally made Rong Bin, who was troubling her, get stung all over his head. In just half a month, she earned 3,000 taels of silver. And that's not all. She had to start over making lucifin noodles because the sour bamboo shoots didn't ferment. Now she's starting from scratch. Once the bamboo shoots can be mass-produced, the lucifin will be sold again, and she'd probably make even more. On the surface, your sister looks like she's stuck in the cold palace. But secretly, she's making more than I, the captain of the palace guards. Also, when Imperial concubine Xuan sent people to poison her in the cold palace, not only did she immediately win over the little eunuch sent to poison her, she also managed to get Dr. Zhang from the Imperial Medical Bureau, who's with the Wan faction in trouble. Now, that little eunuch often goes to the household department to buy things from her. That's right. After she got amnesia, Shen Lin really became a different person. The things I just described, the old Shen Lin could never have pulled off even half of it. But so what? Now you already know everything she's done. If it were Shen Lin, who was about to be executed by your Majesty tonight, you wouldn't save her. He wouldn't dare. Hey, just for example, will you save her or not? I will. Not only will I save her, I'll beat up Liu Yan while I'm at it. See, that's more like it. If you ask me, stop listening to those old geezers nagging. They'll nag you until you've lost your mind. If you insist on doing what the teacher said, and consider that old girl dead, then at worst, just treat this one as your new sister. Wouldn't that work? Are you coming or not? If you're not coming, I'm leaving. If I start eating any later, I doubt Shen Lin will even leave me the solace of her shoes. Let's go. Hey, the wine! Bring the wine. Senior, You don't need wine to eat pig trotters. You bring it. This blade cost 50 silver taels. Blacksmith Zhang wouldn't budge a penny. Didn't you say you'd bargain hard? Well, old Zhang said the price of iron has gone up lately. So he refused to lower the price by even a cent. But when has a Quan ever lost out? Since old Zhang wouldn't lower the price, I pestered him until he threw in some extra items for free. It had to be you, Quan. I've decided. From now on, the name of this long blade shall be 50 silver taels. Hey, Miss Zhao Yao, stay back a bit. This blade is extremely sharp. It's terrifying to look at. Your Grace might not know, but today at Wanan Academy, in front of everyone, the great general raised his fist and gave His Majesty a punch. The scene was so awkward, and his attitude was so arrogant. Forget my master. Even His Majesty was stunned from the hit. He actually beat up that scumbag. And in front of so many people? You bet. You should have seen the bruise on the corner of His Majesty's mouth. It won't heal for at least 10 days or 2 weeks. Beautifully done! I'm going to eat 2 extra pig trotters tonight to celebrate. Your Grace, the one who got beaten is His Majesty, your legal husband. Aren't you laughing a bit too happily? There are no outsiders here. What's wrong with me being happy? Besides, the one who did the beating is my own biological brother. Compared to my brother, His Majesty doesn't count as close family. Do you really think I did a good job? Ah, brother! When did you arrive? Since you two were talking about Wanan Academy, I've already been in the courtyard. Come. Hurry over and eat. Are you hungry, brother? Do you want to sit down and have a meal together? I knew you made a lot of delicious food in the courtyard today, so I specifically brought some wine. I'm sorry. The courtyard only prepared food for 6 people today. Since my brother is here, there's none for you. Shenling, oh my goodness. Wasn't it just that I didn't remind you? Can't I just say I was wrong? Don't be so vengeful. Commander Pei, you're overthinking it. I'm never one to hold a grudge. Because usually, I take my revenge on the spot. Come, everyone, eat up, eat up. Wow, these pig trotters are so soft and chewy. As expected of Her Grace's cooking. This chicken leg, it's so fragrant. Uncle, do you want some wine? Zhao Zhao will pour it for you. Zhao Zhao, is this the nickname Anin gave you? You are already at the age to begin your education. Has your Imperial Mother found a teacher for you? Imperial Mother and Sister Yao Yao are Zhou's teachers. What do they usually teach you? Imperial Mother teaches Zhao Zhao the multiplication table and linear equations with 2 variables. The multiplication table? Yes, Zhao Zhao will recite it for you. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. What about Yao Yao? Sister Yao Yao teaches Zhao Zhao how to climb trees, how to go into the pond to catch fish, and she also teaches Zhao Zhao how to use a slingshot. You and Zhao Yao teach him these things every day. He needs a happy childhood after all. Does Zhao Zhao prefer literary studies or martial arts? Tell your uncle, and I'll send someone to teach you. Is there any difference? Studying can help you understand reason, and practicing martial arts can strengthen your body. Which one do you like? What your uncle means is, studying helps you roast people, and martial arts helps you beat people up. Which method do you prefer for bullying others? Zhao Zhao likes both. Only children make choices. Good. Tomorrow, I will send my military strategist, Zhuang No, to this courtyard to teach you how to read and write. As for martial arts, Uncle will teach you personally. Thank you, Uncle. TSK, these people are too much. Is it true? Did General Shen really beat up His Majesty? In response to your grace, it is absolutely true. Just ask any student at one academy, and you'll know with one question. If it weren't for the extreme embarrassment, His Majesty wouldn't have canceled the morning court for these past few days. And he's been staying in the imperial study every day. I reckon, before the wounds on His Majesty's face heal, he probably won't be coming out. We've sent 2 consecutive waves of people to the Cold Palace, but none could take Shenling's life. I originally thought that once General Shen returned to the capital, Shenling would surely regain favor and return to the central palace. Who would have thought that not only did the great general skip court, he even publicly assaulted His Majesty? Because of this, not only has bad blood been created between the Shen family and His Majesty, but if Shenling wants to return to the central palace again, I'm afraid it's even more hopeless. What do you think he's after? This news for the Wan family is indeed good news. However, Shen Yu's move is truly incomprehensible. What else could he be after? The general's action is naturally because he's overconfident in his merits and acted out of spite. Do you think Shen Yu is a brainless brute? Shen Yu was a star student of One Academy. The reason he has repeatedly achieved extraordinary feats is not just because of his high martial arts skills, but also because he has read extensively, is good at tactical maneuvers and military formations. Would such a young general talented in both literary and martial arts really punch His Majesty in public just because of a grudge? Or is it that his move seems reckless, but actually has a deeper meaning? Go notify my father. Tell the Wan family to keep a low profile lately. The next batch of assassins for Shenling's Cold Palace, let's stop them for now. For now, just observe the changes. Wait until a plan is set before moving. Yes. Master, are you asleep? Come in. What good things did you bring this time? Braised pig trotters, Her Grace the Queen's own recipe. Master, please have a taste. You certainly are filial. Her Grace rewarded you, and you immediately brought it right to me. It's because Master taught me well. Master, what kind of person is the great General Shen Yu? Could you tell your disciple about him? Out of the blue. Why are you asking about him? I'm currently working for Her Grace in secret, so I'll inevitably have to deal with the great general. I've been thinking, Master, if I could find out more about General Shen's temperament and personality by asking you for details, I know how to act in the future if I ever meet him. General Shen is truly a formidable person. If not for the Empress being in love with His Majesty, the one sitting on that dragon throne today might not be the current emperor. As for the general's temperament, does he like to take revenge on people? He especially likes to. Otherwise, what do you think? Would make him punch His Majesty in front of everyone? When the general gets angry, never mind you, even His Majesty gets beaten up. Master, aren't you exaggerating a bit? Is General Shen really that fierce? He's definitely someone destined to be significant. So with His Majesty antagonizing him this much, why doesn't he simply rebel and seize the throne himself? Why not just become emperor himself? You think he isn't capable of it? Only fools would bother with all that trouble. If the general gets unhappy, he just pretends he got hurt fighting bandits and skips court for over a year. He still gets his salary every month. His Majesty even sends lots of gifts to the general's residence to show how much he cares. He holds military power in his hand, has impressive battle achievements, and comes from an aristocratic family. Who dares say anything against him? If His Majesty slacks off for over a year, he's immediately called a tyrant. That actually makes a lot of sense. You're also someone who serves His Majesty. If you offend him, he might not even bother with you. But if you accidentally offend General Shen, that's a different story. Maybe you've already offended him. Master, will I die? It's not that serious. There's something you might not know. The general favors his precious little sister more than anything. Just for Shenlin's sake. He wouldn't make things hard for you. Really? That's not going to work. How could a dignified teacher like me sneak over the palace wall in the middle of the night just to tutor a kid? It's not like I'm asking you to do it every day. I'll have Su Lai carry you in with lightness skill. After that, you'll just stay in the side yard of the cold palace. I can't share a room with Xiao Zhao Zhao. As a respectable scholar like me, how can I live in a shabby place like the cold palace, just to teach a kid basic reading and writing? And it's not just any room, but the most rundown one there. General, don't you know there's a saying, a true gentleman? What did you just say? I mean, a gentleman's way is to cultivate one's mind in peace and nurture virtue with frugality. As someone like me, climbing a wall and staying in a side courtyard, compared to your nephew's future, this small sacrifice is nothing. Pack up your things. You're going to the cold palace tonight. This is so rushed. Even people about to be executed get 3 days' notice in advance. It's not that I won't go. It just feels way too sudden. As a teacher, I should at least pick a few suitable reading primers carefully. And as for daily essentials, I should prepare at least 10 or 20 trunks in advance. Otherwise, I won't be ready for another 10 days or so. It takes more than just a few days to get everything sorted. I'll need a couple weeks to get properly prepared. And besides, the ceremony for taking a master is really important. The tea for the ritual must be Longhu tea picked before the rains, and the porcelain must be from the Tianqing kiln, with a crackled glaze on top. Plus it has to melt like ice when in contact with water. Su Li, come over here. At your service. Good thing he's being cooperative. Tie this guy up and carry him off to the cold palace. Shen Yu, how could you treat someone as esteemed as me so roughly? Wait. You finally realize how good I am. Stuff his mouth with a rag. General, as your subordinate, I think that's not appropriate. How do you think it should be done? Maybe just blindfold him too, so he won't remember the way. And keep thinking about escaping over the wall after getting to the cold palace. Let's do as you say.